Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sunday's Hunting Mr. Mustache Man. That's right. And I see that we are finally going on both channels. The history one was a little late to the party. I don't have any jokes about that. What's up, Clifton?
Hey, man. Doing all right. Sunday. It's time to do some hunting.
That's very true. That is 100% true. And we have a random person in a hotel.
Coming in. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Check. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just the communication
tower. I'm undercover. Don't give my position away. I'm undercover.
The communication tower is working properly.
Okay. I need to hide behind this newspaper. Give me 1 second.
The sarcasm. This what is an interesting episode. Of course, there's always going to be some stuff about it that's interesting. It is Sunday, so bear with me. Seem to be internet's just a little bit slower on Sundays than it is any other day of the week. I think it's because most people don't, I don't know. But anyway, what's up, man? How's it going? And Clifton says, "Hey, everybody." And Anna says something I don't know how to say. Hola. I'm not even gonna try.
Hola, caballeros.
Love it says, "Get him already." We're trying. Oh my random person mysterious. That's true. That is very true. So I'm using a little bit different of a program this time, so we're not going to be able to see it as well. The other one seemed to be so slow that I didn't use that website. I don't know if it's an issue with that site itself or just in general. But here we go. God, that's a beautiful view though.
Previously on Hunting Hitler.
It's amazing after the hubbub of Barcelona, suddenly you're so kind of remote, aren't you?
Wow.
Después algunas cuevas hay.
Hay cuevas acá. There literally could not be a better spot to hide.
For Hitler to escape, he needs to get out of Spain and go to South America.
You find me a U-boat base out of Cadiz, I'll be very happy.
Cadiz port was home for supplies for U-boat.
What was it specifically that your mother was doing for Nazi Germany?
Spying.
Why is it doing that?
Oh. Well, so much for that.
That's why we're doing it
to this hotel called
in 720.
That was a landing spot for the submarines in this area.
It's still there.
It's still there.
We have to investigate.
Kathleen says, "Hey, Cliff, Anna, Ryan, how are y'all doing? Doing good. Hope you're doing well." And Love It says, "How honest." It's very honest. It's very, very honest. I kind of think at this point, I mean, her mother's probably long dead. She doesn't care. But yeah, it is pretty honest, to be honest. I didn't mean to say honest. All right.
Yes. We're looking for an exfiltration route in the Cadiz area that you could rely on.
CIA veteran Bob Baer and war crimes investigator Dr. John Sensich discussed their investigation.
I really like the outfit. That's so funny. Oh my God, it matches your thing too. So leave it to Anna to bring some style to the streams. I'm certainly not doing it in my green hat. So, but
oh yeah. I mean, you have Fed written all over you.
Yeah, that's yeah.
In southern Spain, where they are in search.
All I need is sunglasses, which I could easily go get. Just be like, put them on. Be like, you can't see me. Yeah,
Oh wait, what? Like Sauron?
No.
Maybe you should just get a wig.
Yeah, blonde wig and pointy ears. Well, if I get a bleach blonde wig and pointy ears, I could stream on Twitch. So
sweet.
I could be transgender.
Aren't you streaming on Twitch already?
Well, you know what I mean. I could play video games. I could wear tight t-shirts. Oh, are we doing this? If we're doing this, I gotta go get my glasses. We're doing this.
Do it.
All right. Nice.
No, but this is actually the actual Reina Cristina hotel where the spies used to hang out.
Cool.
It's an
But-
actual hotel you can go visit today.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
it still working as a hotel? I didn't look it up.
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
So I'm
That's
virtually visiting it right now.
awesome.
Yes.
It's definitely cool.
Hi, Livette. Hope you're well too. Hey, Chase.
Yep. Hey.
I mean, it's definitely the right kind of weather in Europe right now for sunglasses and swimming pools.
It's definitely getting there, yeah. Today it's been very sunny, but I think it's supposed to rain again tomorrow, so
Oh no, are you still flooded?
no. Thank God that's all gone.
That's good.
My mom didn't have electricity yesterday,
Oh
but
my God,
that's back.
you still look like a Fed.
I know. It's even worse now. It's like you would expect me to be standing in the crowd on J6 and just being like, "You guys want to go inside?"
Yeah.
All right. Oh goodness.
Of a U-boat loading dock.
These are actually hard to see out of because they're polarized, so like they distort the screen.
That Hitler could have used to make his way to South America. They are following a declassified Argentinian document that claims Nazi U-boats were secretly moving from Cadiz, Spain to Argentina.
We have intel telling us that there were U-boats leaving in this particular area. We have a photograph with a U-boat there in the Gulf of Cadiz, and we have an eyewitness corroborating this.
On top of it, we've got this lady who pulls out clear evidence of Nazi espionage in the Cadiz area, and she's telling us that Nazis are using this Reina Cristina hotel as a meeting place.
Spies going in, spies coming out. That's where the U-boats are coming in and coming.
I'm so sorry. Both of you would not pass the spy. So obvious.
Aaron,
The worst spies ever.
I'd probably wear like a Hawaii shirt with, I don't know, sharks on it or something.
Pineapples.
He got a newspaper and he's just sitting there and he's like, no, I would definitely not pass. I would be made so fast. Even if I had the full beard back, it'd still be like, oh, he's a spy. He's just got a beard. He looks like he just came from Afghanistan or something.
Is it real? Is it even a real beard?
Well, it was, yeah. No, these make it 10 times worse to try to pass with anything. It's just
well,
bad.
I'm staying undercover. Sorry.
I don't know. Lovett doesn't agree. Oh, she's talking about me. Never mind.
She does.
She's talking about me. Yeah. Well, he'll never see me coming. I mean, come on. All I gotta do is take this off. Take the American flag off. It'd still be the same. It would make.
Question is, what do you get if you
Do
go?
you need a big, like a big
Yeah, like those Poirot ones.
Yeah.
Pearl.
Yeah, that wouldn't help. That would make it even worse than it already is.
Oh, Reina Cristina.
That's what we need to find out.
If this hotel leads to a potential U-boat exfil point, I'll be very happy. This will be exciting.
All right, we're going to Cadiz. I'll put him back on in a second. I just need a break. It's really hard to see your screens. Oh, I have to try that that salsa today on stream. Wow, you guys are gonna watch me die.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Yeah. I'll once we get into the episode a little bit, then we'll kind of pause and do the food thing. I was reading the ingredients on that. Holy cow. Like, it's not just Carolina Reaper in there. I think
What
they got a
else is
little.
in
I'll read it off when we get to it. There's other peppers in there. I think there's it said oleoresin of habanero or something like that. I'm like, you did not. Like, you did not.
I'll be interested to see inside it.
Yeah.
In Cadiz, Spain, World War II historian James Holland and U.S. Army recon expert
See,
Mike
like
Simpson.
him, he looks like a vet.
He's a U.S. Army expert, and he's got the same look as you.
No, he looks like a vet.
But he's wearing similar shades, and he's driving, so he can see in them.
Well, yeah, because it's, it's brighter. I mean, I guess if I turn the lights on, it probably wouldn't be as bad.
Why, are you in a basement or something?
No, it's easier to stream in the dark.
Oh,
I mean, I have a ring light, but
Now I actually see what's going on.
oh, I like those better. Those are cool. They're like Terminator glasses.
yeah.
I mean, they also have glasses in them. Like I can actually see with them.
Oh, they're like double cool. Awesome.
Okay, yeah. So they're also probably super expensive.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I've never heard
Arrive
Clifton
at the
behave
hotel
or
Reina
speak that
Cristina
way.
in search of
What?
Never heard
Prescription
you.
sunglasses are crazy expensive.
I've never heard you sound that way.
Crazy expensive. I've never worn them, but I know people who have, and it's like a regular pair of glasses cost, I don't know, say $200. For a prescription, you're gonna be paying $350.
I'm gonna say what I paid for these.
Yeah.
I was making good money at the time, so it's worth it.
Machine. Well, if it was a couple of years ago, well, no, I take that back. If it was about 5 years ago, a lot of us were making good money.
Yeah.
Okay.
of evidence that this location could have been used to covertly
Just a little piece of history. Inflation kills.
board onto a U-boat.
You can see why you would have so many spies here back in first part of the 20th century.
Spies where?
I don't know what
don't-
he's talking about.
I don't see any spies.
I'm just a random person in the hotel, which this is actually the interior of the Reina Cristina today. And you can still go and visit it. So
What's up, man?
Hey, Andy Pickle.
hi, Andy.
Yeah, no, Anna would be the only one who'd be able to pass. She'd just like lay out by the pool and nobody would bat an eye. But if I lay by the pool with my sunglasses on, I'd be like this fucking guy. I'm trying to keep a straight face.
Certainly can.
Someone up there, big pair of binos, looking straight out over the water. Oh yes, you can see a bit from here, can't you?
The beach is right there.
Yes.
So the fact that we have the easy access to the beach, you can almost picture in your mind, a U-boat popping up there.
So as long as you could get someone down to the beach, it would be hypothetically possible to get a U-boat in here.
I would still always prefer to do it completely clandestine. Avoiding visual detection is ideal. I'd like to see something that would get me all the way out into that U-boat without ever being detected.
We're looking for signs of infrastructure. What I want to do is look around and see what can I find out from the people who are there.
Hola. Hey, ¿cómo estás? Bien.
The team makes contact with Claudio Casas, a hotel employee.
¿Hace cuánto tiempo que trabajas acá en el hotel?
Aquí, pues desde el año 90, unos 26 años ya.
Okay. Says he knows it well. Buscamos para una ruta escondida.
We're looking for a hidden path. Is there a way to secretly leave the hotel grounds?
Manera para salir afuera del hotel en secreto.
Sí, sí, tenemos un sitio.
Yes, there's a place like that here.
Sí,
¿Y conoces?
Sí, sí, conozco.
Enséñeme, por favor.
Vamos a verlo.
He's going to show us.
Oh, fantastic.
Sí, vamos.
Claudio leads the team to an entrance below the hotel's pool.
Oh my goodness.
So the question is, where does that go? ¿Dónde se va?
No lo sé.
I need to take a look at that. Really cramped in here and pretty smelly. I'm gonna follow this around, see where it goes. Really tight. Sounds like water flowing up ahead, and I'm seeing some light. Wow, I was not expecting this at all. So I've got two big wells, big cisterns, about 2.5 meters across. It's probably about 30 feet down.
The team has discovered a tunnel that runs below the hotel's pool, leading to a pair of wells 100 feet from the coast.
There's water down there.
And it says a hole. That's true.
2 holes.
2 holes.
Yeah.
Yay. I mean, okay.
They're very interesting holes. Just saying.
Mm.
I can actually smell the salt, so this is not fresh water coming down.
See, he smells
And
the
there's a
salt.
steel ladder
It's very
placed in the
interesting.
side.
Oh, what happened?
Previously,
Why did it do that? That's weird. It just like started over on its own.
Uh-oh. Have you been hacked?
I have not been hacked, but you know what? Let me try the old website and see if maybe they got their shit together, because I don't like the fact that the screen is smaller. It's bothering me. I'm weird. I'm weird.
While you're doing that, a couple of weeks ago, I wanted to talk about a German U-boat. And since, we're looking for U-boat hatches and stuff like that, so
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would be pretty damn interesting. Like, there is only one Type 9C German U-boat in the world left. They were all
Really?
destroyed. Yeah, this was like it was like serial made. Like, they had hundreds of them, right? And they were all destroyed except for this one. And that one U-boat is in Chicago in the United States.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So,
That makes sense. We like to confiscate shit. And also, what's up there, Cavantino? Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hey, Tim.
Hey.
He says, which one is the bonus hole underneath the hotel pool? I don't know. I don't have any comment for that.
But yeah, so the United States, they decided to strategically transferred a piece of equipment to an alternate location. That's what they did. Now look, so during World War II, the German U-boats, they really disrupted the supply lines, getting material and everything to Europe to actually fight. And there were more than 2,700 US ships that were sunk.
Mm-hmm.
So they decided, you know what, we're going to make a hunter-killer group. And they were different task force. This particular task force was Task Force 22-3. And on April 4th, 1944, they were sent out to fight against U-boat 515. And Commander David Galley, they went out and he realized something like shortly before the Germans give up, they have to resurface, and that's when they all get off the U-boat and try to get out, right? And he decided, I'm going to do something that hasn't been done since 1815. They're going to go and board an enemy ship and capture it. So the team is usually so he built 2 teams, 1 officer, 8 top sailors like electricians, mechanists, deck bosses, torpedo technicians, and a photographer.
Yeah.
That's something I guess if nobody else is going to be praising your you have someone there taking pictures like, yes, you can do it. This is going to be in the newspapers.
It's probably more
But
for
what?
military intelligence.
Yeah, but is it a military photographer, like a trained person in the military? Because there was a lot of those.
Yeah,
That
no, we do have specialized military photographers. Yes.
Yeah, it didn't
So
say when I was looking it up. It didn't actually really say if it was a military photographer or if he was just a journalist going along. I don't know. Um,
if they're capturing U-boats, no, I'm not. I wouldn't. Me personally, I wouldn't let a civilian near that with a 50-foot pole
yeah.
because
So
civilians do this. Well, military people do that too, but if you get to hand select the people you want to go, you can make sure that they're not going to flap their trap.
Well, you had a lot of people back in the day who would train as normal military personnel, but for instance, if you have a knack for photography, they would actually encourage you to do that for documentarian purposes, especially like for things like and not just photographers, but also filmmakers who are on the battlefields with cameras. So they would, just like with medics, they're still military, they can shoot and they're soldiers, just
Yep.
specific skills.
And,
But
and
yeah,
that's. Oh no, go ahead.
no, that's interesting, Clifton.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think it is. So on June 1st, 1944, they got the mission that they found the U-boat 505 off the coast of Africa. So Task Force 22.3, they head out to find this U-boat, and it consists of a flagship, a flagship escort carrier, the
Mhm.
U.S. Granada, not Granada. I don't know how to pronounce it. Guadalcanal. That's it.
Oh, Guadal.
Yeah, Guadalcanal.
Yeah, Guadalcanal.
Five destroyer escorts: the USS Pope, the Pillsbury, the Jinx, and Shadowlane, and the Flardy. I don't know how to pronounce that. That's a weird one. And so they all go. It's going to be pretty. Like if you're a U-boat and you have all those ships going after you, you're probably going to have a bad day.
Mhm.
So 3 days later, on June 4th, the Guadalcanal scrambles two Grumman F-44s,
Grumman.
F4F, yeah,
Yep.
Wildcat fighters, and the destroyer escorts. They head toward the submarine, right? And the U-boat is submerged underwater, but the pilots, they can see it because the water is clear as day, and they hold on. Yeah, the destroyers, they shoot off hedgehog mortars. They're like mortars, they just wide spread to damage the U-boat and try to get it to lift up. It wasn't enough, so they started shooting, where is it? Deep charge raptures. And
Okay.
this actually jammed the propeller and made, yeah, it put in some damage. So the Germans, they actually had to, they went up to let everyone off the boat, get out. The Germans were headed out. On their way out, they attached charges to the U-boat to, that it would explode.
Sorry.
So it wouldn't get in enemy hands. And while all of these Germans are getting off the U-boat, these two teams head towards the U-boat without any resistance. They go down, they start fixing everything, trying to get everything to work again. And just it's like crazy, chaotic. And while this is happening, they have to get everything working again. There's no electricity in this thing working anymore because the propeller isn't spinning or anything. So it's sinking, right? And Commander David has to decide, like, is he going to order everyone out of the U-boat and, like, oh, well, it didn't work, we have to get out of here, or is he going to close the hatch to give them more time to work, but essentially, like, they won't be able to get back out.
Wow.
But I guess he decided, you know what? I'm just gonna bam, close it. They're gonna fix it, right? So the um the team, they continue to work and like, okay, what can we do? How do we get this going? And the ship is the U-boat keeps sinking down further and further. So the second team goes in, attaches cables to the U-boat and the Guadalcanal, and like, okay, we're gonna pull this thing, right? And they notice, okay, our propeller isn't working, but we're moving forward. Like, okay, how about we try this? And they basically took out the rod that connects the engine to the propeller so that it was just free spinning. And that gave the U-boat electricity again. So they could start actually filling holes, everything, they got rid of all the
Wow.
charges and everything. So, but they were still sinking basically, but being
Yeah.
pulled along, but they finally had energy and everything. So, but they got it far enough that they could get back in the hatch and everything. And so they opened it up, and the commander decided, okay, I'm going to have a team on this U-boat for 24 hours until we reach 24-hour shifts, like we're not going to leave the ship, right? Working on it, trying to make sure that it doesn't sink, and we're going to take it to the nearest port. Well, the nearest port from the south, from Africa, is um in America. So, but you have to go through the Bermuda Triangle, right?
Oh,
Yeah, to get there. That's the closest one, and it's like, so they're like there for like 6-7 days or something, I think it was, and having teams go, the entire time trying to fix it. And you have to realize, like, these are Americans. This is a German ship. So everything is in the German language, and all the measurements and everything that they need to work with is using the German measurements. Like, it's not
The
inches
metric
or, yeah,
system. Yeah.
exactly. So, um, they need help basically. So they go along and talk to, like, all of the Germans. They were basically captured, right? And there's one guy, Fritz, who's a Pole and was just basically like forced to work in the U-boat, and he was like, I'll help. I don't care. I don't want these guys to win. I'll help. So he's gone, he's gone helping them, and he's an engineer. So and the German soldiers, they're like, hey, where's Fritz? Like, what happened to him? And I guess the Americans told them all, like, he didn't want to give up information, so we shot him. Like, he's down by the ocean, feeding the fishes and stuff. And
guess I shouldn't have invaded Poland now, should you? The
yeah,
first guy to be like, going, I'll help these
yeah.
guys. Like, they suck.
Exactly. And the commander, I guess, while trying to flee the U-boat and everything, he got knocked out. But he finally wakes up and is like, he's like, he gets told, like, oh yeah, we're towing your U-boat. It's ours now. We have it. We're gonna fix it and save it, and it's ours. And he's like, there's no way. It's impossible. Like, want to look out the window right there? Like, so and like, so he sees this and like, no, this can't be true. And it's like, oh, by the way, here are documents, and here are 2 working Enigma machines.
Hmm.
So like, the Americans at that point, they know, like, this can't get out, right? Nobody
Mhm.
can know that we got this, that this is working. So like, the captured soldiers, they're like lock and tight, and like, there's no way they're getting out. And the commander is like, oh no, this is not good. They're going to kill me when this comes out, that it was captured and not destroyed. And it's the commander, I guess, Galley, was like, oh, don't worry, you're going to be going to a camp here in the States. You're going to live out the rest of the war, and by the time you get back to Germany, like none of your commanders are going to be around to scold you. And but they get to the port, they fix it up, everything, and basically this is closer to the end of the war, at least on the Europe side of things. So the U-boat is like at New York to basically, hey, why don't you come on? We're gonna tour you through the U-boat, through the German U-boat. And by the way, if you do that, here are some war bonds, right? Trying to make some more money. And once the war is over, the United States government is like, so what are we going to do with this thing? And someone says, hear me out. We're going to drop some atomic bombs on it. Because that's the United States. They just like to drop atomic bombs on it.
Oh, we did a lot of testing in the ocean on stuff.
Yeah,
we did a lot of testing in Nevada on stuff.
True. But
we detonated real quick. We detonated a nuclear bomb in outer space in the Van Allen radiation belt.
Yep. So
Sorry.
No, all good. So Commander Galley, who is now a general, is like, hold on. We captured the ship, it's like it's ours now. Let me find out something else we can do with it. And I guess he was like,
sorry, I don't know. Somebody decided to hot rod down the road.
So he was like, all right, let's bring this to Chicago. If Chicago pays for the transport and puts it up in a museum, basically. And you can still visit this U-boat to today. It's pretty damn awesome. And I mean, just thinking about the logistical, what they had to do to get that U-boat.
America.
Yeah. To Chicago. Like, they took it over land. And just, yeah,
what?
Yeah, they basically like took it into 2 or 3 pieces, I think.
They put tarps over it and they're just like put it on semis.
Yeah, we have the same thing in the Imperial War Museum. We don't have German U-boats, but they cut them in 3 and then they transport them.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
But and that's basically the story. But imagine if you're one of those German soldiers or the German commander. First, you say your U-boat is not savable, so you leave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you see a bunch of Americans who don't know this U-boat. Like, every German soldier on that U-boat lived there, day and night. Like, they know that thing in and out. And nice. And
A-boats.
And not just fix that U-boat up, but also just go through Bermuda Triangle. It's like we're gonna just completely
that would make a pretty good film.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would. It probably would.
Love it. For some reason, the Germans loved the U in their boats. I don't understand. There were World War I U-boats. There were World War II U-boats. I mean, it's just their thing. We call our submarines,
but yeah, I remember hearing that story a while back, and I wanted to bring it up like at the beginning when we were talking about U-boats more, but I didn't really look it up yet at that point, so I didn't have, I didn't want to do it injustice. And this is just one of the coolest stories I've heard about World War II, and just it's awesome. And the disrespect to the German U-boats.
Okay, well, hold on. Let to add to your point, Clifton. Let me share this. Yeah. So like Andy said, America. Yeah, America. That's the detonation of a nuclear bomb in space from Honolulu, Hawaii. 900 miles away. Like, we're just nuking everything. We're like, let's see what happens.
That's basically what the government wanted to do with that U-boat. It's like,
well, I mean, yeah, I mean that's why I kind of brought that up. Is it's called Operation Starfish Prime. It.
I'm sorry, that sounds like the Guns, the Justice League Operation starfish.
Also, at the same time, ironically, the unit being called the 223, the 223 round is the most prominent used round for the U.S. military, opposite probably the 9 millimeter. So our M16s, our M4 use what's called a 5.56, or in civilian terms called a 223. And yeah, so it's the big scary guns, those darn ARs, they shoot those. So basically 223, it's a glorified varmint round. So it's a 22, but the 3 on the end of it stands for the fact that it actually has a larger prime to it, a larger charge. So it has more velocity to it, and that's what makes it more impactful, more destructionary. But it's just a glorified 223. If you were to go out and hunt a wild boar, a wild pig, you'd probably have to shoot that thing with a 22 with an AR, shooting a 5.56 or a 223, probably at least 10 times, because that's how little impact it does. So that's why when they talk about big scary guns, when you're hunting deer or elk, or you're using like a 30-06, or it's stuff that's like, you hit that animal and it's done, it's over with, it's humane. 223 is not really. Anyway, that's my tangent. What did so I yeah, no, I avoided making this joke. How many doughboys can the USS Pillsbury carry? I was gonna make the joke. I'm like, what, did Pillsbury sponsor a ship? They're like, we'll donate all the bread.
Yeah.
You guys, a little bit of nudge nudge. No, that's fun. And I want to these are, the movie U-571, that's basically what Clifton just talked about, is basically what that movie's about, with Matthew McConaughey, about getting the Enigma machine from the German U-boats, because quite frankly, and I think that I think we got like 7 or 8 of them throughout the war, but that's how we were able to break the German code and start winning. And if that secret had gotten out, the Germans would have scrapped everything and revamped, and it would have been a lost cause. We'd be losing again. So yeah, well, even in human beings, yeah, it's supposed to wound, not delete immediately. That's usually why they tell you to double tap. That's true. And also, it's a big misconception for the military and even law enforcement. Shoot to kill is not a thing. You just aim it at center mass. What happened?
Okay. Yeah, sorry, just to go back to the Enigma machine, I had to check it. It was actually the British who were the first ones to break the Enigma in 1940.
Was it?
At Bletchley Park. Yep.
Really? That's British propaganda.
Yep. Sorry,
British
America.
propaganda.
Nope.
I mean, y'all would be speaking German if it wasn't for us.
You didn't even join the war until 1941. So
I know. And then when we did, we
you
just
weren't
started
cracking
winning.
any Enigma machines in 1940.
So yeah, no. Anyway, long story short, and again, once Pearl Harbor happened, and Winston Churchill famously said, he's like, we just won the war, and everybody was like so confused, and he's like, a sleeping giant has just awoken. America was staying out of it. They were supplying who our longtime allies, which is ironic because we kicked the shit out of Britain a long time ago. But yeah, no, it was it's one of those things. It's a fascinating story of World War II, just the way it all played out and stuff like that. And then of course, obviously, Hitler, breaking his pact with the USSR. It's like you literally shot yourself in the foot there too. Like,
It wasn't the USSR back then yet. It was the Soviet Union. Different.
But it was.
It became
I didn't
USSR
know
later.
that. Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Soviet Union. Also, you'll hear people talk about World War II and be like, "Oh yeah, no, Russia." And I'm like, "It wasn't Russia then, dude. It wasn't Russia." I'm not saying that, again, I didn't realize that, but what Anna just said. So anyway, um, I had one more point and I lost it. No, that's cool though, Clifton. Thank you for talking about that because yeah, the U-boats, they were vicious. They were vicious. The U-boats were.
Yep. No, it's definitely one of my favorite stories from World War II.
I mean,
What are you, Yoda? They were vicious. The U-boats were. Been watching too much Star Wars.
hey, Clifton and I talked Star Wars last night. Okay,
Okay, that's sorry.
just because you missed it. No, we did. We talked. We were goofing around. It was pretty funny. Talk about the episode 2. Um, Andy, I'm not sure you spelled his name right there. But played Alan Turing, who was secretly gay after the war. He was turned into the cops for being. They gave the secret. Really?
Mhm.
Well, Andy actually mentioned this a couple of months ago during one of our streams. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Well, I'm sure it's kind of vague, but I've slept twice since then, so it's one of the robot. Oh, okay. So the Turing test is to test the telephone. Okay. Lovett says that this is all great info. Thank you, Lovett. That's kind of what we're trying to do here. All right, I need to reshare after Operation Starfish, if Starfish Prime. My name is Starfish Prime. No, am I the only one that thinks that when I hear Prime?
And there's a steel ladder placed in the side. Definitely somebody had an eye on making this easily
What's up,
accessible down
CLS?
to the bottom.
Hey, man.
I'm wondering, are these wells some type of way to get someone
figured you
out
did,
to link
dude.
up with that U-boat without any detection whatsoever? We're gonna need some help to answer this question.
At first light, Mike and James return to the Hotel Reina Cristina. They're joined by a structural engineer and a team of divers.
Hey, mucho gusto. Yeah, gracias por todo.
They hope
It's not one to cooperate, and the other website isn't either. So it's got to be latency in my internet. Sorry, guys.
The other one was better.
Well, no, it won't even load. That's the
Or
problem.
as
to
I keep
determine if
saying
these
it.
wells could have served.
Hmm.
No. Go ahead. Hello, Puffer P Smiles.
What's up, Puffer Smiles? Good
Hey.
to see you again. We saw you last week. It's yeah, we hadn't seen you around for probably a couple of months. So it's great to see you. Yeah, the other website won't even load the episode. Like neither server. It's weird.
As a clandestine escape route to the Atlantic.
Because I tried, kind of in the interim, just like I don't know, 15 minutes ago, and it didn't.
¿Qué piensas?
Oh, and this one just died. It is not working today. Like it's like I give up. Oh, we did that YouTube thing last time, didn't we? I'll do the YouTube thing. Let me try the one website one more time, and then I'll just do YouTube. Because we did that one time we were having issues.
Do you want me to do it on my Prime?
I mean, can you share it?
Good Lord.
It's just it's always a good promising thing when a woman shares disappointment and you just hear it in their voice. They're like, okay.
I'm pulling it up.
Oh, the one site's working. Oh, it's really working.
All right, well, you do it on yours. And then if it still doesn't work, I'll do it on from my end.
Okay. No, I think we're good. Wow. Maybe it wasn't me. Maybe the site was having problems. I mean, I'm literally skipping through it like it's not a problem. There's no latency, no nothing. All right. Crossing my fingers isn't working. That's pretty funny, actually. I do it on a daily basis. Cross my fingers.
Is this tunnel at the bottom big enough for a person to fit through? Because if it is,
That tells me that they could shuttle people from right inside the compound of the hotel right out into the ocean and to a waiting U-boat.
There's our baby.
Fortunately, we have the technology at our disposal to find out.
Andy says Anna should pull up the comic strip I sent her.
I will. Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
Mike and James are armed with the waterproof Rover X crawler, which is used to explore underwater caves and dangerous pipelines. It is equipped with front and rear-facing high-definition cameras on a robotic arm with full articulation and rotation.
James, I'm hooked up to the cable if you want to check it on your end. How's that picture looking on your end?
It's looking incredibly clear, actually.
I'm going to start lowering it down.
Thing's pretty awesome looking at little ROV.
I can see the light in the water.
We're underwater now, Mike. So far, that water is pretty clear.
All right. So Andy shared this. Oh, I can't read that. Can you read it? Why are you laughing? Oh, somebody's watching on Twitch. Welcome to whoever's watching on Twitch. You crazy person, you.
You can read it.
Okay, I can read it now. Says, dude, you're fine. Let's go already. No, I'm too pale. It's embarrassing. Trust me, you're not. Really? You can. What the hell does that say? You can, or what?
Barely
can-
tell.
You can barely tell. The beacons are lit. You'll get to
Tan.
like okay. You'll get it in no time. Thunder calls for aid. Not nice.
Thank you, Andy.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
That's me. That's me.
Yeah, I
It's
think
just-
that's most of it.
I work outside a little bit, so I do okay. Not great. Not as much as when I lived in Florida. Like I could literally pull my watch down and you could see the difference between because I never take my watch off. So I like shower with it. I sleep with it. It's waterproof. It's kind of a diving watch, but anyway. Yeah, it's so like you'd see the difference, but especially the summertime because Florida gets so much sun. That's crazy. The sun gets sunburned from my reflection. That's funny.
I'm looking at something. Okay, Mike. We got a tunnel.
A tunnel. Roger that, James. I'm looking down at the light. The light is heading in exactly the direction of the beach. How big around does the tunnel look?
I can't tell from looking at the screen how big the cavity is.
Control of the rover in the water.
Why are you laughing?
No reason.
Are you being inappropriate?
No.
Yes, you are.
I'm chilling. I'm waiting for my mojito.
Miss random person in a hotel who's
Yeah.
snickering over there.
I'm waiting for my room to get cleaned and everything, housekeeping.
Her room's been ready for 45 minutes, but she's still sitting there. No, they're still
I
cleaning my
like
room.
the lobby. The lobby's
Yeah.
cool. I'm just people come in, go out, lots of traffic, lots of intel.
Levitt says, well, my dad is staying with me for a few nights. He is so much better. So I'm gonna go. No, of course. Family is important. So
Take care.
See you,
Hope
love
he's
it.
doing well.
Yeah, take care.
glad to see that he's doing much better. That's good stuff. So no, seriously, family's the most important.
You can drive it.
Let me give it a go. It's not going, is it? I don't know what's going on here, Mike. It's not moving along the sediment. I don't know quite what to suggest.
So rocking the wheels forward and looking back, you're not getting any traction at all?
No, just can't move. That robot was going absolutely nowhere. There's so much silt, the wheels just can't grip. The silt is too deep. So at this point, there's only one solution, and that's to get eyes down there and see how big this tunnel is.
The divers descend into the well in hopes of determining the dimensions at the base of the tunnel.
He's in the water. He's gonna try to free dive it a little bit.
Divers going down there, that's quite brave of them, to be perfectly honest, because they are literally diving down into the unknown.
I want to learn how to dive. Tim
Yeah.
Kennedy actually has his deep sea diving.
You said that before. Just do it.
Yeah, no, I mean, because it's kind of an odd fear of mine, diving into the abyss, but at the same time, it's like I want to tackle that. But no, Tim Kennedy actually later on, he actually goes deep diving like to a wreck, and yeah, it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
He says, how far were you able to go? Says about 30 meters. It's pretty darn far.
Nah, that's nothing.
30 meters is quite a long ways.
Nah, it's nothing. Like 60, I can understand. 30.
It's a how far is 30 meters?
And what, in feet?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm metric. I don't do American feet.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, like
The
no
meter's
idea,
like what,
around 40 feet or
3.1?
something. I don't know.
3.1 feet. So if it's 30 meters, should be like what? So about 93-ish, 94 feet.
Let's see. 30.
I'm just
is
stalling, waiting because it was
98.
working. 98. Okay.
Yep.
Seems to be
Like
all of a sudden
like
stuck.
barely a fast dash.
Well,
a
they
great
didn't they.
white. A great white is like, I think the biggest one ever recorded is like 28, 29 meters.
That'd be a megalodon. It's that size.
No, wait, feet.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
feet.
wait, or meters. No, wait, the biggest shark, the old one.
Which the great white shark is an ancestor. Well, no. So the megalodon's an ancestor of a great white shark.
23 feet. Yeah, sorry, I was talking in feet. Ryan, you confused me with your feet.
Previously.
I can what? That doesn't sound right. For all you weirdos who like feet out there. All of a
What
sudden,
unidentified aerial phenomena? I can't see it.
No, you don't see that white thing there on my screen?
yeah, what the hell is that?
What is that?
I don't know. No, I actually do know. It's the light shining on my green screen.
Oh. Okay.
But I saw it on the screen, like, what in the hell is going on?
You have confusing feet, Ryan. I'm sure. What's up, Jacob? Jacob says, hello, Hitler Hunters. I like
Hey,
that.
man.
I'm not hunting anyone. I'm just chilling, Jacob. Hi, though.
She's
Join me in the lobby of this spy hotel. Can have a mojito together, just chill out. While these two do some nefarious things in certain cavities and holes.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
You know what? No. I really wish this all of a sudden it's not working now. And it jinxed it. It just, I don't know. It's being so finicky today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shay says that he learned that there are wetsuits made so men do not have to urinate inside them. Although I'm not sure how long the certain sleeve.
I mean, I didn't know that would be an issue. But it's always good to be able to go to the bathroom. Clifton, what is your position on peeing in wetsuits?
There's a way out, and I don't have to sit in it.
Which Boris and what Natasha? There are plenty that I know of. Or is this some kind of tricky question?
Moose and squirrel.
Mojito made by Alan Richardson. I would not mind him making me a mojito, even after what he said about.
What did he say?
Well, he came out a couple of weeks ago, didn't he? Talking about like
the guy from Reacher.
Oh yeah, he
yeah,
sucks.
all of this being far right and shit.
He sucks.
I don't care if he makes me a mojito.
He sucks.
Hey Wade.
What's up, Wade? Okay, all right. I loaded up the other freaking stream. See if that one works. I don't know what is going on today. It's just not to be, I guess. It doesn't want to cooperate.
Hey Wade.
Seriously, Sundays is the only day that we have this issue.
That's not just a drainage pipe. You can.
As soon as I put it on screen, it was fine. It was fine before that.
Very close. I am not in France. I am in Spain.
Yes, she's in what's it called?
Or Hitler's ultimate destination.
What is the name of it's like the Spanish? Oh God, what was the name of the place? I forgot. Reina and Cristina.
Reina Cristina.
Yeah.
The hotel Reina Cristina.
South America.
I'm convinced now someone could have come to this hotel, gone out the tunnel, got on a U-boat, out of sight, no witnesses. You know, next stop is Argentina.
Bob and John.
Anna, you have a request.
Yeah, I know.
She's just, yeah, I know. I don't even know where Wade lives. And please don't say it on air, Wade. Don't type it. We'll talk later.
Review the findings from the Hotel Reina Cristina in Cadiz, Spain, where they have discovered a clandestine tunnel leading to the Atlantic Ocean.
You've got a exfiltration route here by U-boat, but we have no idea who got on that U-boat. Do we have any evidence that either Hitler or Bormann were on the U-boat leaving Cadiz?
Bormann.
Oh God, I'm so sick of this Martin Bormann character. Lord.
Why?
Because he died in Berlin in 1945. That's why. I'm going to stand by that. I know I'm annoying with it. I'm not going to entertain this idiocy. Might have been somebody else, but it wasn't Bormann. No.
What if it was?
What? Wait.
I don't think that came out the way he intended. Also yeah.
I think Guy Ritchie should hire us for his next World War II film, which is going to be Hunting Hitler, and he can base the characters on us.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
Very funny.
I can be the Tim Kennedy character. And I can get down and be like, you know, like you could shoot from behind this. I could do that. It'd be a lot of fun.
Needed to see if there are any other intel reports in the database. And let's see if either one or both show up in this particular radius.
I'm not to blame.
Hitler, Bormann. What I'm going to do is put in 100 miles of Cadiz.
Martin Bormann lives. It says right there. No, I'm kidding.
This is a MI6 report, August 10th, 1949. Bormann's headquarters, Tangier, Morocco. a former Luftwaffe pilot, asked whether Bormann really had the organization of which he had been told, and received the reply that we National Socialists were working for their whole lives to prepare a comeback for National Socialism in Germany and in the whole world. It's a huge statement. The Bormann goes to Tangier to set up the Fourth Reich.
Okay,
That's
okay.
not speculation.
I do not disagree with that, because Tangier is literally known as the city of spies. It's in northern Morocco. It has had from going back to, I think, like the 17th century, when the British and Spanish were trying to fight it. Like it had a pirate, and then later on, especially in the beginning of the 20th century, a lot of it's not just geographically a place for a lot of artists and people to go to. It's also strategically well placed, but has always been known as a city which had a lot of spies. So that kind of makes sense. I don't know if he went there after Berlin fell. He could have gone there in the 40s. Like that, I can believe. Because Morocco at that point was, Tangier was under Spanish, Franco's control, and Casablanca, which is more south, it was under French control. And because France in 1941 gave in to the Germans, and there was a government called the Vichy regime, which basically kind of collaborated with the Nazis, and they were in control of Casablanca and all of that area, and the Spanish were in control of Tangier. And so that does make sense. There would be German spies there. It would be a place for people to meet. And I just cannot get on board with the Bormann Avenue they're going down with. Like, maybe if they found there's a lot of other prominent Nazis or people who were associated with spies who went into the area, especially now we've established that under Franco, Germany had ways out to go into all those cities where we saw the cemeteries and with the Nazi, the swastikas and everything. So the Bormann thing just really gets me. I don't see any evidence of it, just because, again, I keep going back to this, like, intelligence, these documents. MI6 said this. Give me the actual factual evidence. It to me, that's not factual. It's somebody said, somebody heard. So, yeah. But yeah, Tangier, beautiful city, super cultural. Amazing history from, again, going back to way back from the Roman Empire to Nazi Germany and beyond the 60s, 70s. Anyway, rant about Tangier over. I really want to go there. My next destination after Spain.
Look, the guy is right behind Anna. Martin Bormann's behind you. No, not even a chuckle. She's so tired of Martin Bormann. Andy says bored of Bormann. She's over it, yeah. He comes back later, so she's not rid of him yet.
Yeah, he's like Zack Snyder, honestly.
Oh, I watched. Wow, Anna's like going. She mentions Zack Snyder. She's like, I just have to watch Rebel Moon. She's not coming back ever. Never, ever, ever.
No, Auntie Pickle is right. It's like a lot of films were filmed there. Jason Bourne with Matt Damon, Daniel Craig's Spectre, also actual, like, some of the footage from Black Widow was filmed in Tangier. It's known to be a city of spies. So there's nothing new here. It's just that thing with the B-man, not the H-man, the B-man.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line, because Anna said so.
We uncovered Hitler had plans for the continuation of his empire well beyond the Second World War. Hitler carried with him secret plans for the B-3 skyrocket bomb.
A V-3 could hit the United States.
Hitler didn't think history was over for him. He came here to plan something.
If Hitler was still alive, he wasn't going to disappear into Argentina, move up in the mountains and write poetry. We're talking about somebody who had great pretensions of power. But he's got to have a network that he trusts, and Bormann's the guy that Hitler trusted.
What's really interesting here is the proximity. Tangier is only 9 miles from the hotel.
And remember that Tangier was a lot like Spain. It was never fully under Allied control. It's always been a point of smuggling into Europe. Tangier is a good place to hide.
If Hitler and Bormann were in Spain, there's every reason to infer from this that Hitler got on the U-boat from Spain to South America, and Bormann goes to Tangier and sets up his headquarters there in view of their overall ambition for a Fourth Reich.
Yeah, I totally agree. What we got to do is get the team there, and all I care about is some evidence that Bormann went there. Headquarters can mean all sorts of things.
Tangier's a big city, but we have to start somewhere.
Yep, let's go.
What do you think we need to be looking for?
Hold on. God damn it. Watch. This fucking guy. Seriously.
What? My poker face is not working because you can see the reflection in my.
No, I was making jokes earlier because, but now he has a hat.
Oh,
He has a hat
yeah,
on with
that's like so stereotypical. You're playing into the role.
I know. I was I literally said something earlier. I'm like, if she just put a hat on, I was like, God damn it. So he puts a damn hat on. And it's desert. It's desert brown. Of course it is. Which I have a hat that color. Which never mind.
If there is such a headquarters.
Communications and security, first and foremost.
U.S. Army recon expert Mike Simpson and World War II historian James Holland are in the Moroccan city of Tangier.
So this is the original ancient port?
Yes, it's the original.
They rendezvous with local translator Esteban.
And there's Spain right there. Just a little jump to Cadiz.
Yeah, just across the sea.
For centuries, Tangiers has been known as an international city with strategic importance. It sits right at the mouth of the Mediterranean and Atlantic. It's in a key position. We need to follow this thread out and see where it leads. Mike.
How do you do, James?
Rashid.
The team makes contact with Professor Rashid Tabersidi, an expert.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I was getting annoyed by my hat disappearing.
Oh. That's a very nice hat.
Thank you. It's because it's getting dark, and for some reason, like the brighter, my screen is, the background, like for some reason goes, what is that? I'm like wearing like Michael Jackson.
What?
I don't know.
Just do that real quick. Just go eat.
No.
No.
Nope.
No eat. Come on, Michael Jackson's awesome.
On Moroccan 20th century history.
What was the scene here in the 1940s and 1950s?
La posición de Tánger en el estrecho. Los países querían saber todo el tráfico, sobre todo militar, que pasaba
Especially military activity going through the strait.
por el estrecho. Y cada uno estaba
So they were spying on each other.
He's saying that Tangier historically always been a hotspot of espionage. The Allies forces and the Axis forces all used to spy on each other. It was all the time. So during the Second World War was the Wild West here in Tangier.
Where you've got spies, that means you've got safe houses, knowledge, infrastructure, which post-war, if you're fleeing Nazi, is all incredibly useful. So I'm thinking, Mike, you know, if I'm a German spy and I'm here, I can't think of a better place to spy than the port.
Rashid leads the team to a lookout point to better examine the port, a potential entry and exit location for spies in Tangier.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. It's a credible view from up here.
So this is where espionage begins. But once you've got your information, you're then taking that into the city.
During the 1940s, was there any location where German military officials were seen moving in and out?
El barrio del Machán. Había alemanos.
Saying that in the mar-
Right?
Who did not see this part of the story coming?
Yeah.
Yep.
Martian neighbor, there is a lot of German there. And they were Nazis here, of course.
In the Marchand neighborhood specifically.
Specifically in the Martian neighborhood.
We started with a really broad location in the city of Tangiers. Now we've narrowed that down to specific.
That is just. I'll say this about the city. Holy cow, that's packed. I'd probably visit for like a half a week and then I'd be done. I'd be so done with the people. That is like New York City level people on top of each other.
That's normal. That's where I live, looks like. But with bigger, higher buildings.
I know. I don't miss that life. I like quiet. Quiet's nice.
Yeah.
Of course, it also kind of makes sense. The United States is the size of Europe, so it's always funny when people try to, compare like statistics of the United States to like individual European countries, and it's like no. You kind of got to take the whole as a landmass because that's kind of the size of it. Like, I don't know. I've lived in cities long enough, but I would love to visit, but man, that's crowded. Holy cow.
Specific neighborhood, Marchand. This is a known location where these Nazis were interacting during the time period that we're interested in. Now we just need to find the brain, the headquarters, the nerves.
Exactly. That's where the trail leads us.
To Martin Bormann.
We've gone from the entire city of Tangier to one neighborhood, Marchand.
Yeah, we have to dig into this and see.
And did you know that actually Casablanca, the Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman film, 1942 film, was based on, even though it was called Casablanca, it was based on Tangier because of the spy kind of like premise as well. So I love that film, even though it was complete American propaganda. It's a good film though. Humphrey Bogart, great actor. Ingrid Bergman, great actress. And yes, I said actress for a female actress.
A lot of Nazis. I can't remember what television show it was when somebody was explaining something to another character on the show, and they're like going, like Casablanca, but less Nazis. And they're like, oh, okay. It's like, I don't know if it stuck with me, but
it still has Rick's bar. So Bogart's main character, Rick, who was the owner of the bar, it still has it. And there's another bar in Tangier, which also had a character, a real life guy by the name of Dean. I don't remember where he was from, but he had his own bar, which they based Rick's bar on.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you. That's what yeah.
Deadpool. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because what some of the most prominent movies in history had like Nazis in them, like what Gone with the Wind, Casablanca. It's kind of interesting that even after the fact, how much
Gone with the Wind had Nazis.
I thought it did, or is there? I'm thinking a different one.
Gone with the Wind was the Civil War.
Nuh-uh.
Gone with the Wind didn't. No.
What movie am I thinking of then?
Gone with the Wind was Yankees against. No, that was a completely. That was 19th century. That was
it was in 1940. Yeah, no, it wasn't Gone.
That was Cary Grant and Vivian Lee.
Yeah. No, what movie am I thinking of? It's another prominent one. Not Gone with the Wind. Sorry.
With a Nazi bar.
I'll think of it. Well, I don't want to derail the stream over
Mm.
my forgetfulness.
When we look at the evidence, it's clear that a Fourth Reich was planned.
Bob and John discussed their investigation in Tangier, Morocco.
Well, Fourth Reich
where an
was always
MI6
planned.
file reports Martin Bormann
Yeah.
was setting up a headquarters for Hitler to re-enter the world stage after World War II.
We're talking about the Fourth Reich. It reminds me of another one of the documents that we had earlier in the investigation. Here we have a U.S. military intelligence document dated 7th of November, 1944.
I don't know why I just did that. It was fine. Yeah, it's my internet, guys. It's got to be. Also, what is man? My Twitter's going nuts. You make one statement on Twitter, and it's not. It's about that. About the rings of power. I think it's mostly everybody agreeing with me, but still, like my phone's blowing up. Let me try to reload it, guys.
Why? What did you say about the rings of poo?
Oh, no. So somebody said, I wish everybody would give the Rings of Power a chance, and I was like, my response was, we did. It was called season 1. That's 10 hours of my life I'll never get back, and that's all I said. I didn't insult nobody. I just said we did. We gave it a shot, and my phone has been like going crazy. So, but yeah, because some people just oh, Gerard Williams. All right, let's go to Gerard. You need to play. On Buenos Aires. Oh, and it doesn't have a head.
Oh shit! Sorry.
You almost completely did the right here. It was kind of funny. I was, don't piss off the Swifties. I didn't piss off the Swifties. I'm just not using the background. Somebody told me, they're like, dude, you're allowed to change your background. I'm like, no, I'm not going to change my background. It's a funny meme. I like it.
It's kind of a weird location for him to have a factory. Downtown Buenos Aires.
Oh, here.
Investigative journalist Gerard Williams and U.S. Army Special Forces Tim Kennedy,
you approve?
Local translator Nicole, arrived at the location that was once Fritz Mandel's bicycle factory.
You ready? We're coming to the Mandel factory
Okay.
to see if they were making munitions.
No, never mind. For context, do you remember Fritz Mendel from the previous season where they mentioned him? He was like in Argentina, and he was an owner of like a factory and everything.
He was a part of the tip of the spear.
Yeah, he's one of those dudes that just literally got away with everything.
Yep.
And being known as a part of the tip of the spear is pushing basically Nazism in other countries and spreading it for the war effort to basically recruit children and more soldiers and stuff like that, and to spread it around the world. And there are many, many German communities in South America to this day, and they explore a bunch of them.
Yeah, so from what I recall, he left Nazi Germany in 1940 to go to Argentina, where he settled down, and he was already like an aristocrat he was Austrian. So so he left Nazi Germany in 1940s, went to Argentina, settled down, bought like a small hotel in Buenos Aires, and also I don't remember the name of the place, Cabaron or something, something along those lines, like bought a villa that was built back in the 30s, and a lot of prominent people used to go from military higher ups from the 40s, I mean, to like actresses, actors, just like high society used to go and visit him. That villa still exists to this day. You can go and visit it. And
it wasn't the Hotel Atlantico. That was a different one. That's the one.
That was a different one. Yeah, this is like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
this place.
And, I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, like the estate was here, and then the big hotel was here, and that's where they kind of excavated a little bit, and
Yeah,
they
I
found
think it's
what
called
seemed to be a tunnel.
Casa de Mendel. So after him, like his
Yeah,
castle.
something like that. Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
but he was complicit in everything. He literally used to hide people that did come over. I'm sure he crossed paths with like Mengele or Eichmann or other people who were in
oh
Argentina
yeah,
and probably helped hide them or give them jobs. But the fact that he was like part of the machine of like manufacturing things and making money, which Tim Kennedy is going to get to in a second, like that just shows you that that is a real thing that happened. These people who are like associated with the party but aren't really Nazis, but are helping, collaborating with them, and really actually are hiding behind that kind of, I'm just a businessman. I didn't do anything. And that's
hmm
how he got away with stuff. He was never prosecuted. He was never at the Nuremberg trials. All of the money and amount of stuff that he was involved in, like that just, it's sickening that he was never held accountable.
Well,
This
probably one of the big reasons he wasn't at the Nuremberg trials is because he basically, again, he went to South America. So even though he was a huge factor and in what he did, he pro- it would have been hard to prosecute him for the crimes that happened on different soil, if that makes sense, because he wasn't there actively
mm,
participating in them. And I don't think that's a great excuse, in my opinion, because he hid some of the aiding and abetting is really a thing. I just don't think
And
that's a
he had like 5 wives.
I don't think aiding and abetting is a world crime though, like it is in the US. That
Five
makes sense.
wives. What the hell is wrong with your morals? No.
yeah.
He
So
sucks. It's
yeah,
like, who
definitely.
wants 5
Like
wives?
uh, like definitely like here in Germany, Focus is a magazine for politics, for financials, for everything basically. And they're mainstream. I don't really follow them, but in 2022 they brought out an article saying that the Nazis said he's not Aryan and he's not a friend of ours because he was a Jew.
Hmm?
And I think like in that article they go into I'm trying to find it right now. They actually go into like claiming that he wasn't a part of it.
Wow.
So it's a crazy, but that yeah. It's one of those mainstream magazines that they bring out ridiculous
Oh, that you
articles.
mean the trend that is very popular these days where you rewrite history
Mhm.
to
Yes.
basically fit your political ideology. Great trend, whether it's in actual history books or
Yep.
video games or television. Awesome. Great
Yep.
way where, path we're taking,
You
you
you know,
know.
kind of like how the Times Magazine wrote an article, it was like 3.5 pages long about how, they fortified a certain thing against a previous president. I'm not gonna say certain terms, but it's literally how we fortified said thing, and it's like, isn't that what we call
Yeah.
interfering? It's like, yeah, it
Yeah.
is. So it's like, no, it's just it's rewriting it. No, we fortified it for democracy. Well, if that's your democracy, you can shut up your ass. Because quite frankly, I'm more of a constitutional republic kind of guy. So thank you.
Yeah.
I love it when our own politicians like going, our democracy is in jeopardy. Not a democracy, dude. Not a democracy.
Yeah.
And it's like the fact that you're an elected official and you call it democracy, it is not. Sorry. That is such a peeve of mine, man. And it is. That's rewriting history too. The United States is a representative or a constitutional republic. You will never, ever, 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 ever get rid of the Constitution of the United States. Never. But there are people who think it's oh, it's outdated. It's like going, not really, dude. No, it's not.
It's the youngest.
Yeah. Well, well, there are many constitutions around the world that are actually based off of ours. So it's one of the most prominent documents in history that So, anyways, yes, semantics. No,
Mhm.
he's being facetious, by the way. But to these weirdos, that's what they call semantics. They're like going, oh, you know. Anyway, let's not do modern historical nonsense because again, it's mixing of history and modern politics. Let's get back to
No, I,
him.
I I don't agree with you. I think it matters to mix it because I think it matters to today's day and age to go back to what we are talking about to see what happened and what is happening now. Again, like, you can't separate the two because I see a lot of things that have happened back then with this group of people being in charge happening right now. And
Hmm.
obviously, like, that's a separate whole stream to go and to compare both, but
Yeah.
still you can still mention the two are intertwined.
So that Netflix documentary that's coming out on June 6th, I believe, or 5th, that you sent me, Anna.
Mhm.
There's a professor at the end, and he's like going, and he says, it seems that we didn't learn the lessons that we've forgotten some of the lessons we learned from Nazi Germany. And literally in that video, I was like, we've come full circle. We've come
Yeah.
full circle because you see active anti-Semitism in the streets today. Actively,
Oh,
just not even hiding it. It's like, and it's like, hating anybody is not good.
well,
Like,
I mean, a great example of that was Eurovision that just happened like a week ago, right? And like the poor, I forget the girl's name, like 20-year-old performer performing for
Israel.
Israel and having people, like thousands of people outside of her hotel just chanting and trying to get her out of some of the other performers
Mhm.
blatantly, being extremely rude and like, and this is only something that a lot of us see on TV, but if you speak to your friends who are Jewish or who were back in the day, like, it just aligns. It starts with a small thing. You exclude a group of people based on their either ethnicity or race or their nationality. That opens the doors because I've experienced this myself. Not just from like one individual on Twitter, but there are certain sanctions which are put on Russian people where they cannot access something being based in Europe or the United States. So I am being punished for something that I don't even have any control over. And through
This
the whole
happening
thing,
thousands of miles away.
yeah, Ukraine started, like, again, can go into a whole different stream about it. But I was being like, if somebody even today hears like, oh, I'm from Russia, they'll be like, oh, well, I don't want to talk to you. So some of these things are happening today, which happened back then, which is why, again, it's so important to learn those lessons because the people in charge have an agenda. And what is
Mhm.
that agenda? That's important to understand. In this case, the agenda was to exterminate a group of people, to ethnically cleanse a group of people. And, with everything that we're seeing, which is kind of like entertainment in a way, it's still really important to talk about the serious stuff. So we can
Mhm.
joke around and talk about holes and whatever, and Ryan having a fake beard, and Wade living in Clifton's beard, and me being a fake spy in a hotel. But it's at the end of the day a very important subject.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Mhm. Yeah, no, it definitely is. And it's always been governments have always vilified people who are a threat to them. I don't just mean necessarily a physical threat, but an ideological threat, and we're seeing that actively around the world right now. Um,
In
you
every
know,
country.
in every country, yeah, in every country. It's it's sad to see that and they don't teach real history anymore. They don't teach all the heinousness. And it's just anyway, yeah, it comes up from time to time, the real issues, but it's bullshit to treat anybody else less than. It's the content of their character that you should judge them on, not the way they look or their origins. That's horseshit. That's not how I was raised, and that's not how I went to school. So where I live currently is very different from the other side of the Colorado mountains. It's very different. It's weird.
Munitions can be so many things. They could be grenades, it could be ammunition, it could be explosives, bombs, artillery. The spectrum of what a munition can be is diverse. It just has to do one thing.
So this was just to add a little context as we're finding out. This was previously a bicycle factory.
Or officially.
Bicycles.
Officially. Mhm.
Hurt people.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true, sir. That's only his right to judge. It's where I disagree with some people who are Christians who they judge other people, and I'm like, you're not supposed to do that. Not supposed to do that.
The team meets with Margarita, a longtime employee of the factory.
The era that we're the most interested in is when Mandel was working at this factory.
¿Cuándo fue que tomó el control de la compañía? Mandel.
Lo adquiere en el año 43.
Somewhere around 43, he started appearing in the books as vice president. But it's still a mystery exactly how long he was here for.
What were they able to make with the machines that they're using?
Esta fábrica te permitiera fabricar desde una cacerola hasta una bicicleta.
Anything from a cooking pan to a bicycle.
Cualquier tipo de objeto de cualquier
Any object of any
tamaño.
size.
They could make from really, really thin aluminum items and really thick aluminum objects.
The versatility of those machines, if you have the right engineer, you can make almost anything metal right here in this factory. They have the equipment to be able to execute from start to finish, not only a gun, but also the ammunition.
Also, at the same time, taking place where it is in South America was going to be drastically cheap to do so. Drastically cheap. And that's where many governments run into problems. War is expensive. War boosts an economy in the beginning, but as the United States found out from a 20-year war, it's very expensive. Don't do it. You should do war anyway.
That was one of the ways that Schindler was actually able to convince some of the Nazi authorities to get people from Auschwitz and Dachau to come and work for him in his fabrica, in his factory, was because it's like, we're going to we're a pots and pans factory, but like they're like, we need you to create weapons and other things under the pretense that it's a pots and pans factory. But then Schindler had that idea that they were actually gonna tamper with the way they were producing the shells and everything, so they were the ammo, so it wouldn't work. It was useless. But yeah, like I can totally it's again not out of the realm of something fantasy or something. This makes complete sense. We're a pots and pans factory, but really we're going to be making some ammunition or something else for the Fourth Reich, because the third did not work. It was supposed to be what, 1,000 years?
Yeah, wasn't that what the Fourth Reich was meant to? The Third Reich was basically winning the war, and then the Fourth Reich was meant to be 1,000 years of peace under Nazism, right? Is that correct?
I thought the third was supposed to be 1,000 years.
Yeah, it was meant to be, the Third Reich was meant to be winning, and just just that's it. There's no, like, I don't think there was supposed to be a Fourth Reich initially, at least.
I know that just after, from what I understand, after winning, there was meant to be 1,000 years of peace, with the capital of the world being Nazi Berlin.
Yeah,
that was his intentions, and he would be chancellor of the world.
Andy, yeah, they had like a whole squad, and I think the SS Himmler was actually the one who was more into the occult.
Yep. Yeah, they actually sent SS patrols and scouting parties around the world to look for religious artifacts of significance.
Like to like Antarctica and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And they were rewriting history and everything, you know, tying the Aryan race to the Nords, you know, having that whole mysticism in their own history, and just they were looking for articles like, and they were
Spirit of
believed to have
Destiny,
the spirit, the spear of destiny,
Holy
and
Grail, the Ark of the Covenant. They were looking for all these things.
Didn't the History Channel also do like a whole segment, like a separate documentary, or
On
was it Discovery on like Nazi artifacts, hunt for Nazi
I think
artifacts?
it was probably history. Don't quote me on that. I've definitely found some other documentaries, not just including the one that Anna shared with us from Netflix that's going to be coming out. I'd like to do that.
I've only seen the Russian ones on it, which are pretty interesting as well. They're not translated, but like they pretty much go into like there was some kind of like bell or something that were supposed to take you back in time.
The Nazi bell, yeah.
Yeah.
Die Glocke.
And like some other weird things.
Yeah, they had a lot of. I know the documentary. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, dude. I was just going to say they actually go to the site in this show where Die Glocke was supposed to be, and you see it. You still see the henge that sits where it was supposed to be tied up.
Yeah, and also
I
like
don't put a lot of credence on that necessarily, like some other documentaries, but they do acknowledge it.
Yeah.
So they don't put as much emphasis on that.
Basically, Andy, there's a lot of stuff out there. If you, like I'll send you some stuff if you want.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It's incredibly fascinating. The technological advancements that the Germans made during this time was it's almost mind numbing because you can't understand how they did it so fast. And again, I said in that video yesterday, that close, guys, that close. They were that close to beating everybody.
I'm not saying aliens, but aliens.
Meme with George
Georgie. Yeah, Georgie. What's
I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens.
Yeah, and he's got the wild hair. I think he's probably one of the funniest parts of that show, but at the same time, at least I've watched Ancient Aliens for the historical aspect of it, right? Because they go through a bunch of history. But when there's some dudes that would tie it way too much to aliens, and he's not actually one of them. But anyway, there's one guy who's like going, "Oh, it's definitely a sign of aliens," and I'm like, dude, that's what you say every time to everything. Like, can you be objective a little bit? Clifton's beard is an alien. Is that true, Clifton?
No, not that I know of. But then if it was an alien, would I admit to it?
Reminds me of, what was that, the third Men in Black movie where that guy had like I don't know.
I don't think I watched the third one.
Actually, it was pretty good. You should.
Oh, the one with what's her face? Plastic surgery woman.
Oh, that was the second one.
Was it?
Yeah, that was the second one. Because it had
Rosario. The third one was with Chris Hemsworth. Was it?
Josh Brolin. I think Chris Hemsworth was it when it briefed. No, that was the fourth. That had Chris Hemsworth and what's her name played Valkyrie. No, the third one is where Will Smith found out that this horrible alien went back in time and tried to change history, so he could actually kind of destroy the world or whatever.
With the chick that is in Twin Peaks.
Damn. Oh, yeah. Nicole Scherzinger.
No. Well, anyway, it was aliens. Okay.
Yeah. Watch the third Men in Black movie. It's really good. It shows why Kay, likes Jay so much. It's really kind of sad and heartfelt. Maybe I'm just a girl-ish.
So this is the area that was in use during the 40s. Every machine here is out of order.
Tim.
German. Deutschland. 39.
German machine imported here.
Yeah, have to be. And the size of this stuff. The size that reminds me of nothing more than artillery shells. Yeah. Or mortar rounds.
I mean, having a German machine anywhere in the world around this time doesn't seem that far-fetched, because Germany was still, they were the top, making things. So yeah, I mean,
Clifton.
it's the whole made in Germany thing is there,
I agree with you. I just think that if this guy moved in 1940,
Mhm.
now the war's already going on in Europe in 39. If this was made in 39, there is a reason why it would show up in a factory in Argentina, which is later connected to a guy who was connected to high profile Nazi officials. So it's not just like, oh, it's just, we found it in some household.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I mean, I'm not saying it's Mustache Man, but it's Mustache Man. No, nobody. Oh yeah, okay. So
Yeah,
that's what
Larson Boyle.
that's
Yeah,
what I was talking about. Yeah, she was the Victoria's sequel. She took her shape
I
from the
don't know what
Victoria's Secret.
MIB3 is. Have not watched it. Don't care.
You should. It's really good.
No, the first one is the best.
I don't
And the
disagree. Cartoon was good. I forgot about the cartoon. Thank you, Clifton. You know what? There were a lot of great spin-off cartoons. So even the '98 Godzilla movie had an incredible spin-off cartoon that was actually well received. What? Canada is stuck in the '80s because Tron is better than it. Well, you made Clifton leave, Wade.
I like Tron, but like I love Jeff Bridges, and I think he's coming back for new Tron.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure about that.
But I don't think we're getting Olivia Wilde and what's his name back. I like the second
Concords. Oh my god, that is one of the best Kiwi shows out there, Andy. Thank you. I love Flight of the Concords. It's like a comedy show with actual two people being idiots in
Is
America.
it a show or is it something you listen to?
No,
Like
it's a show.
Oh,
It's a show.
I just
It's
don't know
really
why. I just don't know why he said listen to Flight of the Concords. Like,
It's really good.
I'll give it a shot.
Hippopotamus, rhinoceros, they're goofs. Complete.
What was that move? Can you do that again?
No.
You do it again, our viewership will go
Yeah,
up.
and they're a live comedy show as well. Last time I saw them was in the 2000. What was it? 2011, 2010. Like they do a live thing. God, Australians and Kiwis are so good at comedy.
Andy says they are a band and a show. Okay. Well, as somebody who streams with Mr. Grant Gregory, that dude is hysterical. He really is. Not that I don't stream with a lot of funny people.
And he cheats in all his get ranked stuff. So whatever.
He cheats?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. G cheats?
Yep.
I'm gonna have to tell him you said that tomorrow night. I'd be like, Anna said you cheat on Get Ranked. I don't know. I don't know. You cheat. I don't know how you cheat on Get Ranked, but sure. I've been on Get Ranked. I never was given the option to cheat.
This is all 1940s. German design, German manufactured, just in downtown Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Also, at the same time, I'm gonna say this. It's kind of I kind of lean towards Clifton. It's not that weird. It would be so much cheaper in Argentina to process weapons, ammunition. It would probably 1/5 the price to do it in Argentina that would be in Germany. You'd be a fool not to do it. Why do you think we get cheap stuff from China and now the world's screwed up? I don't know why. Why the hands? Jazz hands. Watching that Hitler thing, and he was talking with his hands. I will. I'm gonna watch. Ryan, check out Flight of the Conchords. Frodo, don't wear that ring. It's business time, and the most beautiful girl. Deal. Somebody's driving by in a very nice car because it sounds really.
Oh my god, those songs are so funny. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Yeah, it's so funny.
No, keep going. Keep singing.
No, it's cool. I'm okay.
Nope.
Thank you, Andy, for mentioning this.
Buenos Aires, Argentina.
This place is filthy.
Tim Kennedy and Gerard Williams have gained access to a factory once owned by Nazi sympathizer Fritz Mandel that, according to a declassified U.S. War Department file, was secretly manufacturing munitions.
One thing's for sure, it hasn't had a deep clean in the last 75 years.
They are investigating a now defunct section of the factory that was in use during the 1940s.
There's inches of dirt in the corners, on the floor, in the center where we walk. It could be a blessing.
It's doing stuff. Hold on. Apparently, that random person in the hotel had to feed a cat. But no, it's all good. The episode is buffering. It was buffering. Also, at the same time, I didn't forget about the whole the whole salsa thing. I'm gonna go get it soon because we are officially halfway through the episode. No, I'm not joking.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It's been one of our longer episodes, but it's been fun.
if they were making bullets here, if they were making explosives here, whenever they stopped, it doesn't look like they started cleaning up.
No, they didn't care.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't take that long to get dust and everything everywhere.
No, did you hear weird thumps? Or is it just me? Or am I having a stroke?
I think
Or
that
what?
might have been me. I put something on my desk.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure I wasn't having a stroke.
Sorry.
Oh, did it freeze? That's okay. I'll restart it. Again, streamer problems. It happens, especially it's nothing's perfect. We were literally at 23 minutes on the dot.
It happens. But while it's loading, did it load?
No, you're good. Yeah, go ahead and comment, dude. I'm not going to leave you yet though until Anna comes back, and I'll go get that salsa.
Oh yeah, not Anna. Andy said earlier, odd that the Reich, to believe, seemed bent on science and aesthetic apathy earlier, and they didn't actually believe in what the Catholic Church was saying. They pick and chose and then changed stuff that they wanted to change.
That started on its own. That was creepy. I didn't do that. I got it back to 23 minutes and I paused it and it just started on its own.
I'm not saying aliens.
I'm not saying it was Mustache Man, but it's definitely Mustache Man.
Or Skinwalker Ranch.
I have not watched Skinwalker Ranch. I need to. You and Anna keep talking about it. I also need to watch Operation Finale. I'm gonna do it. I meant to do it on Friday night, and the show went a little longer than I thought it would. So I'm sure I'll get. Or I could just make a deal with Anna. Be like, I'll watch Operation Finale if you watch Men in Black 3. It's a nice trade. Think that's fair?
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. God
No.
damn it, she came back right. How's the kitty?
He's eating.
Nice. All right.
Because if they were making bullets here, if they were making explosives here, whenever they stopped, it doesn't look like they started cleaning up.
No.
So this could be the environment that could protect those residents.
Yeah. It's not going to have decayed over 70 years.
Yeah.
Nope.
We're looking for trace elements of the things that they used in explosives and ammunitions back during World War II. This factory's dirty, but dirt actually would have protected those traces that we're looking for.
Real quick, wait. Anna goes on your show all the time.
I mean, that's an offer I cannot refuse.
Yeah, it's like he's like, "Hey, I'll watch MIB3 if Anna comes on my show." No, the point was to get her to watch it. And he says, "Iron Sky."
Yes.
Yes, I need to watch Iron Sky.
Best documentary out there.
If it's not a documentary, because Clifton's a fucking liar. But it does look very interesting. It's something that it is on the fishing webs. No, we'll just say the Captain Jack Sparrow website. I do like Captain Jack Sparrow. So, right.
Over the course of time, the technology that we have could still be able to identify them. These are explosive test cards.
Okay.
So I find
Hey,
a
look, the
sample,
Vikings
I get
are
a
on
little bit of
tomorrow.
residue, put it on the card.
No, I noticed that too.
Wait, what?
You
The
didn't
fuck
see
did I-
that?
No, I was looking at the chat.
Oh.
Hold on,
Yeah.
I'm going back now. Oh. Well, it is. Come on now. Bunch of haters.
I love the Vikings.
Yeah, me too.
Being a hater.
A hater when I say I liked it? I don't know.
Just, oh no! Oh, that was weird. Nope, we're good.
Technology that we have could still be able to identify them. These are explosive test.
Also, real quick, when you said the Vikings, I thought like the Minnesota Vikings, as in like the NFL. So I watched the football, American football, American football.
Test cards.
Okay.
So I find a sample, I get a little bit of residue, put it on the card, take the card, put it into the seeker.
Okay.
If there's explosive residues on the card, the seeker will tell me that this is what you found and this is the material that's being used here.
The team is armed with the Seeker-E, a state-of-the-art munitions detection device used by military forces around the world. To minimize false positives, a test card is inserted into the Seeker-E, which releases a chemical solution that causes explosive material to change color when detected.
I gotta go get some samples. Those things are sketchy. I want to test those. There's a bunch of black residue at the bottom of this still. Three, two, one, done. Finalizing test results. No explosive detected.
Okay, clean.
All right, let's keep looking. See anything else test worthy?
There's not a lot up here, Tim.
Hey, Gerard.
Yes?
Oh, there's definitely stuff in here, Gerard. So we have multiple bits of equipment here for measuring chemicals, I mean, down to the gram. This is.
And it looks like you're smelling a fart.
No, I mean, like, why is there multiple equipment today? I mean, it's not 2024. When is this? 13, 14?
No, it was 20. So about 2016-ish.
Okay, well, why is that there?
Well, because they said they never cleaned up. They never cleaned anything up. It was just left intact.
No,
There-
I don't. No. Mm-mm.
Just no.
Nope.
Nope.
That place would have been overrun with forensics and people, historians, and people taking things. You know, it's not like these guys just discovered this place. This is stupid. It's like with the toilet paper in Adolf Eichmann's supposed Airbnb. Like, no.
Well, because somebody lived there. Somebody lived in his house. I mean,
Okay,
I don't.
What you're saying that this equipment is there because somebody's still using it to make?
No, it was abandoned, and they didn't find out until the Army intelligence document came out that there were munitions being made at this. They suspected there were munitions being made at this certain factory.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's how they found out about it, and that's why they sent them to Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Yeah, I get that.
I think I don't know if it was this part or if it comes in a little bit later, but they did say something about like this is stuff that should have been researched long before they came around, and it
Of course, yeah.
seemed like nobody had.
Okay, I gotta go get the thing. This is gonna suck. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I am getting. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous.
You're nervous?
Yeah, I
Oh.
don't. Carolina Reaper. I mean, last time I saw Dermy do something similar, it was very painful. And it's Dermy. So.
Yeah.
But I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mustache Man's day. Oh, I don't know.
I mean,
Sometimes
I have something.
What do you have?
You go first.
No, I don't have any. I do have things, but I'm not going to.
Oh, yeah, like it's definitely not something quite that spicy or anything, but Germany, you can't live in Germany and have a kitchen without Maggi.
Yeah.
It's a must.
And you
Like,
asked me about this because I had like a really nice German meal yesterday.
Yeah.
And you asked me like Maggi is basically like goes really good with meat and mash and everything. It's sort of
You
anything.
put it on everything, yeah. Like in Germany, you put it on anything really. You have a salad, it has to be put on. You have a cooked egg. Instead of putting salt on it, like a lot of people do, you put Maggi on it.
Yeah.
And just
the hell is Maggi? Wow, look, washed out with the other light on. Hold on. That didn't help.
Yellow doesn't come across that well. But Maggi. I don't know. I don't think you can get that in the States, can you?
I've never heard of it. All right. So here it is. That's really cool. And it says Carolina Reaper. Hold on, I gotta turn the background off. This is gonna suck. Why am I doing this? Stupid man.
Worcester sauce is not the same as Maggi.
It's
All right.
not, but this is what, yeah.
Not my room, by the way. It's my nephew's room. It's the only one with a desk. Yeah, this is okay, so looking at the back, it has real quick, hold on. I don't know what happens. Is your background is nope, that's not it. I want that one. All right, so reading it because I showed it. Ingredients: so tomatoes, tomato juice, water, onion, brown sugar, green chili peppers, Carolina Reaper peppers, jalapeno peppers, cilantro, salt, cornstarch, garlic, dried chipotle peppers, spices, citric acid, ancho chili powder, oleo resin, ghost pepper, guajillo chili powder. I don't want to.
I don't know. You already look green.
Well, yeah, because I had to turn the light on. You know what? I've actually eaten stuff like this before. I have drank milk before, but it's rare. I usually you give it a couple of minutes and the burn goes away. So this you're gonna hear it. I'm gonna pop the top. Maybe. There it is. Does it smell that spicy? All right. So that's a pretty good sized chip. It's not huge, but Fraggle Rock.
Oh.
So that's pretty good sized, right? Warm it up. Rest me's right. My bum hole. Still warming up. Okay. It's not it's not that bad yet. Okay. I can do another one. Let's go.
Oh my god.
So we're gonna get more because that's more. Oh, shit, I dropped.
Ryan, let it.
Wait.
Good lord. Disclaimer: do not do what Ryan is doing. Like, again, he's had like years of experience.
Yeah, don't do this if you've never tried it. No, it's
Yeah.
definitely getting warmer now. The second bite is increasing. Oh yeah. It's kind of like times 5 for the second bite. And you can tell because the saliva glands are starting to yeah, there it is.
Oh my god.
I like it. So there you go. 2 chips done. It's definitely burning. It's one of those things that most people wouldn't want to do. I can still talk. It is probably just about as hot as the other one I tried. This is a different brand. I found this one on Amazon. The other one's not on Amazon. Oh, there you go. Getting a little it's really kicking in the saliva. That's your body trying to be like, going, what the hell did you do? So the other one was what is it called? Cajuns, Carolina Reaper salsa. Still burning.
You should get
Cajuns.
you should get Mustang to send you. I think he does his like own sauces and stuff.
Does
or
he?
something. Yeah, like Mustang's pretty into Carolina Reaper and all that stuff.
Well, this is actually kind of how I met what John from all right, now it's getting a little bit harder to kind of like from Silk City Hot Sauce. They're, I still have a promo code for them. If you use the promo code Legion at checkout, you get a discount. And they have a lot of great sauces, a lot of great salsa, stuff like that. They don't go as high as the Carolina Reaper, but they definitely do ghost peppers. And so it's one that's good. But yes, this is from Texas. It's got a Texas symbol on it, and it says hot ×2. Well, hot squared is their spiciest. So of course I was like, I gotta buy that.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. The burning subsiding. That's good.
Well done.
I don't think I could do it today anymore. A couple of years ago.
If I had a third, if I would have brought a third chip, I'd probably do it.
I was really into the spicy chili. Even took part in some contests.
Oh, well done. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
impressed.
thank
I
you.
thought you were going to cry or something. That would have been awesome.
No. Where is Andy says, Ryan, check out Mrs. MacArthur's salsas. A couple of Texan sisters I know from Ren Fair still have a little bit of, overproduction. That's just the way the body works. It's trying to compensate, and they even make chutney.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah, no, so all right.
I'll stick with my Worcester sauce. Thank you very much.
That's not really spicy.
No, it's
Right.
not, but a lot of people don't like it.
I don't like it, no. And there are different levels of spicy for so what is that? What wasabi that you get with a sushi
Oh
that
yeah,
has a spiciness
wasabi's
to it? I
so
like
good.
wasabi.
Wasabi's really good.
Yeah, I've eaten wasabi just on its own. I like
Oh,
it.
I think Ryan's struggling right now.
No, I'm really not. It's just it's not burning to the level that it was. So if it was like here for man, it was here,
Yeah.
it's down here, but your body's still trying to compensate for the fact that you did something stupid.
Yeah, you did. But thank you
So,
for doing it.
well, no, actually, I was kind of excited to do it because I saw that and I was like, I want some. I like it. I'm gonna put it on eggs because I'm weird. All right.
That's funny.
Washer? Worcestershire? I can't. It
Worcestershire.
looks like wash your sister sauce.
Yeah, what's your sister? Worcestershire.
Wash your sister sauce. I don't want to. That's gross. Wash your sister, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do it.
Mhm.
It's not. This isn't House of the Dragon. It's not all relative. All right. Let's get back to
This
this.
is what I'm testing right now. You can still see residue in the bottom.
That's right, Tim. Find the evidence. I'm spitting a little bit.
Explosive
Sorry.
test card.
That's not attractive.
10 seconds.
It's all right.
I have a positive hit. I have explosive detected, group 1 TNT, T and B.
It's detected TNT, Tim, up here.
The stuff that was used after World War I, during World War II, to build ammunition and to build explosives. We have 2 of the ingredients that they used then, right here. If we found other stuff, it would indicate a different era of manufacturing. But the sample in here is materials that they used back then. We came here for evidence. It looks like we found it. If Hitler and Bormann were planning a Fourth Reich, they're gonna have munition factories just like this. They're gonna have partners like Mendel. I think that this factory, what they're making here, could have been part of the Fourth Reich.
It seems like they had one positive test and it's like, all right, we have all the evidence we need. Let's get out of here before we test anything else.
I mean, it's pretty significant in a pots and bicycle factory. I mean, let's be honest. Also, Andy says poison lipstick.
Yeah. Just in case, still in the hotel lobby.
She is still in the hotel. I'm gonna be honest. I want another chip. Is that weird? It's a little weird, right?
No,
I'm a little bit of a glutton for punishment, I guess. It's funny.
Go
Anyway,
get it.
I will. But let's going back to Tangier. I didn't mean to hit that button.
If I were a spy operating in this area, these are exactly the types of streets that I would want if I had to move from point A to point B. Lots of places to duck off.
In Tangier, Morocco, Mike and James investigate the Marchand neighborhood, a reported hotbed of Nazi activity in the area. They are in search of a location that could have been used as Martin Bormann's headquarters for the planning of the Fourth Reich, as reported by a declassified MI6 file.
I don't think I understand. I mean, I know the Simpsons. We're not going to see the turtle in a fever dream like Homer did.
I get it.
You do? I'm gonna have to look that. I'm gonna have to Google that.
Please do.
Clifton, do you know?
I have barely watched The Simpsons, maybe 1 or 2 episodes.
Oh, boo.
God damn it, Clifton. Could you be less of a German and more of an American, please? You're half American.
How about I watched Kings of Queens?
Okay, that helps.
Okay.
How about Everybody Loves Raymond?
Yes.
All right. The ultimate, though, Home Improvement.
Yes.
Oh, such a great show. Anna's like, have you seen Home Improvement, Anna?
No, I have not. And I don't think so.
What? Are you serious? Oh my God, it's so good.
Mm-mm.
No, it really is. I like how she's like, mm-mm. Okay, Homer eats a radioactive pepper.
Yep.
Sounds a little more familiar. All right, but I'll still Google it after the fact. We're not going to do it right now.
You kind of look radioactive yourself. You look like one of those radioactive ghouls in Fallout.
A glowing one? Well, if I was a glowing one, I'd have to be like going and like run at you. You know, you got to make the face and the sound. That's true. Well, he didn't get. Did he get? Was it drug trafficking? It was drug charge.
No,
But
no, he sold drugs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So drug trafficking is different than selling drugs, if that makes sense. So
I mean, yeah,
depending on where you are.
in the hierarchy, yeah.
So, but yes, no, he got busted for. He went to jail for what? 3 years? 2 years?
I think it was 2 years. I'm not entirely
Yeah.
sure. I read his book about it.
Yeah. And
But
then he
it's been
became one of the
years.
most beloved people in the history of the United States. He's Buzz Lightyear. Oh, if he was caught in an airport, you're absolutely damn right they would charge him with trafficking. Yeah, that's federal.
Mm.
So, anyway, Home Improvement is fucking incredible.
Mhm.
Just trust me.
There have been expats from all these European
like
countries here from the early days of the war, maybe fleeing on through the war and post-war.
This really is a kind of a confluence of all sorts of different people, isn't it?
We started with a really broad location in the city of Tangiers. We've narrowed that down to a neighborhood, Marchand. Now what we're looking for is a headquarters building that is supposed to have existed 70 years ago. It might not even be standing today. We need to look around a little bit, start to elicit human intelligence, and try to locate it on the ground. Is there a house or a business where Germans would be located?
I don't know. Yeah. It's very easy to lose your bearings.
Yeah.
If you're looking for headquarters, this is your area because you want somewhere discreet, out of the way, that people aren't going to notice.
Also, at the same time, is it Morocco where they actually shot that scene in Raiders where Indiana Jones is running down the hall, running down the corridors of the very tight alleys and stuff like that. And then the guy with the sword shows up and he's like and shoots him because he actually had a really severe case of the flu or something.
Which India is that?
Raiders.
I think that was Jordan, wasn't it? Might have been Morocco. I don't know.
I think Morocco would be because Morocco has always had kind of a little bit of a Middle Eastern influence to it, so to speak.
I mean, yeah, it's North Africa, but it is Arab.
Mm-hmm. And just when they're walking down the alleyways of because saying you could easily lose your bearing through here, it reminded me of the alleys of Raiders when he's chasing Marion in the basket, the two Arab guys are running away with her.
There's if you go to Tunisia, some of Tunis and Tunisia, the capital, looks exactly like that. I've been there. I felt like I was in Assassin's Creed, going through the alleyways and the markets, and everything is so. I'm not even going to talk about Assassin's Creed, actually.
Yeah. Okay, it was food poisoning he got. Harrison Ford did. He was basically thrown up and shit in his pants. Andy says Galaxy Quest is funnier than Home Improvement. You love me some Galaxy Quest, but let's not go that far. Never give up. Never surrender.
Galaxy Quest was good.
Yeah, it was good.
You look at that. I want to see what that's got to offer.
Mike and James discover an abandoned building on the outskirts of the Marchand neighborhood.
What is this place?
The first thing I think of is like a fortress. I mean, these walls are so thick. They don't build them like this anymore.
This feels like a hideout, doesn't it?
That's pretty significant. It's pretty significant.
There's things I like about this place for like a meeting place, but not necessarily as a hiding place.
Right.
Unlike a lot of the streets that we've been on, it's like a triple wide street. So that's a lot of prying eyes. I don't like the front entrance at all. It's basically in a large plaza. That tells me that there's a lot of eyes that can watch this.
In hopes of zeroing in on a location that could...
I do agree. If somebody knows what they're looking for, then prying eyes would be very much a thing.
Ryan, it's a city of spies.
But no, yeah, no, never mind. Yep, we're still. Yep.
Come on. Like another piece of trivia. So when was Operation Torch? When I think it was the first actual battle since Pearl Harbor. It was 1942, the first actual battle where Americans were on the ground, boots on the ground. Operation Torch was an American-British operation trying to take over northern Africa, Morocco, especially in Casablanca, which was the invasion of Casablanca, which was like a 6-7 day
I
invasion.
thought Normandy happened first.
No.
No.
It didn't.
No.
Normandy was basically like we
Later.
already know that this works. Like they tried it in the middle
In Africa, yeah. So
okay.
yeah, and then 1943, Roosevelt actually went there with Churchill to meet the Sultan Mohammed V, and they had like a secret meeting in Morocco. And a funny, well, it is kind of funny. So because of Tangier and all of the spies that were in the area, the translation was lost because they thought Casablanca, through the transmissions that they were giving, they thought they were meeting in the White House, like in Washington, in the White House, but really they were meeting in Casablanca, White House. And that's when they were discussing how to further proceed in the region. And they came to the understanding with the Sultan, who actually did a pretty, like, even though he was kind of sort of like a statesman put in place by the French regime in the area, he had to play both sides in a way, but he always said he always looked out for the Moroccan people, including the Jews, because there was a massive population of Jews in the area. And the French like demanded that they, again, like give us a list of all of the Jewish people living in the city and in the country. And he did everything that he could to not, and kind of like met with Churchill and Roosevelt. And so it's a really interesting story as well. I love that part of the world. I've never been to Morocco. Tunisia is kind of similar to Morocco, and I absolutely love the people and Tunis as a city, and Tunisia, very just welcoming, warm people, very hardworking. There's none of the sense of like you're in a like Arab country. They're very cultural, very inviting, and yeah, like in that kind of day and age, it's interesting to see how even like the guy in charge, even though he understood he can't really go against the French, but he's still going to do everything for his people. to try and. Are you eating another chip? Oh my god.
Keep going. You're telling a story. Why'd you stop?
I feel like Ryan's trying to prove something to
No, not
everyone.
really. I'm actually enjoying it. Is that weird?
Yeah, it kind of is.
I'd say I was normal. I've never claimed to be normal, ever.
Yeah, Mustache
Some
Man.
people just like pain.
But it's so good, though. It's got like a sweetness to it, but at the same time,
You're weird.
I know. That's why, again, I've said this. Whoa, that one got me. You know, you get it right there, you know, in the back of your throat, and you're like, whoa.
Oh my god. No, he's never going to do that.
No, my
He's
eyes
never
might water, but I'm not going to
He's
actually
never going to
physically
do a
cry.
Dermy. Like, I remember when Dermy was eating that chip, he literally was like crying on camera.
Yeah, Dermy doesn't do hot stuff, though. Well, because Devil did the same thing, right? They both did?
Mm.
Yeah. I haven't. I have not tried that chip.
Please don't.
It's just one of those things that I do stuff like this because I love chips and salsa, and I actually, yes, at one time when I first tried it, I tried the ghost pepper salsa first, and then of course I tried the Carolina Reaper, and I realized I liked the taste. Yes, it was it's very spicy, and it's got a, but it's got such a fun taste to it that it, quite frankly, the spiciness eventually goes away.
Okay. Okie dokie.
As long as you don't reenact Blair Witch, no. Ryan, it is really weird. Yeah, shit. I am weird. So, Anna, please finish your point. You're making an actual point. I was trying not to interrupt you.
No, I'm just in love with that part of the world. I love it.
It goes away till bucket time.
Right now it doesn't hurt, but later.
As somebody who's been here before, it's not the greatest. I'll tell you
Could have
that
been
much.
used as a Nazi headquarters in the Marchand neighborhood. Their local contact has convinced Shamsi Mohammed, a lifelong resident of the area, to speak with them.
So with the known presence of all the spies here in Tangier, does he know if this building had any connection to that in any way, specifically the Nazi spies?
He does have no idea about this.
The period we're particularly interested in is 1945, because we're looking to find any signs of Germans, Nazis, escaping Europe, fleeing to Tangier.
Is there any specific location that he knows for sure, or that was rumored to be a location that the German spies would particularly use or operate out?
Gosh darn it! Come on.
So, Tangier was Franco actually asked all the German diplomats to leave Tangier in 1945.
I think we're reloaded. Reload.
In the area.
There is a specific house when there was a suspicious German people there.
Where is this?
Suspicious German.
Imam Muslim.
I mean, those damn Germans are pretty sneaky.
We are always suspicious.
Is that always? Yeah. Not gonna try.
Yeah,
to do the accent
you're
right.
not like Americans who are just like, oh yeah, that's an American. Wherever you go, it's like, yeah, American, loud, rowdy.
That's because we know how to do it. We do it
Being
right.
kicked out of bakeries in Germany. I know it.
Where is the Russian who's sitting in the room and you're like, I don't know what the hell is wrong with that person. Are they spying on me? Why are they acting so weird? I'm kind of scared of them. Should I come up to them? And no, Russians are very nice, very hospitable people. Please do always, if you ever see me, come up to me and I will be nice to you. Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. We're so nice sometimes.
What's the name of the book? We need to check that out.
This is a very positive development in the investigation. Through our intelligence sources, we've been able to narrow this down from the entire city of Tangier to a neighborhood to a single street, Calle Imam Muslim. If Martin Bormann's headquarters can be found somewhere in the city, thankfully, our search grid has been significantly narrowed.
Look, well, we have the team in Tangier. I think we should really run down the team in Argentina.
With the investigation moving forward in Tangier, Bob and John review the team's findings in Buenos Aires, where a bicycle factory once owned by Fritz Mandel, a suspected Nazi munitions dealer, returned positive results for explosive materials.
The forensic test produced results showing numerous ingredients of various types of explosives, including TNT.
So it's buffering again. Again, that's my internet. So I started. I lost my train of thought. What the fuck was I gonna say?
Is your mouth buffering?
Yeah, a little bit. Because I went for round 2. Well, I guess technically it'd be round 4. It got to my sinuses a little bit, so. But no more. I promise no more. I'm putting it down. It's over here.
After the stream.
I'll enjoy it on my. Well, no. I have to work tomorrow, so I think I exceeded my limit to where. Andy, fuck you. Andy says she sells seashells by the seashore, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's not cool. Andy's like that friend where you're like, oh no, dude, I'm good, man. I'm not drunk. And he's like going, really? Do this. And you're like, oh, I don't do that. Right. No, it's being gay again. So I'm gonna try the other site. We just get through this one episode with seriously. Unless the episode on that site is bugged or something, and that's why it keeps resetting it. What?
Yeah, I don't think that's the issue.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Well, it's definitely not me because I'm awesome. I don't know what you're talking about. No, the other episode. How's everybody doing? Everybody having a great day? Everybody's being Clifton.
I mean, yeah, we're pretty pale compared to you.
Mm-hmm. And we're not glowing green.
I'm not green. I'm fine. Clifton, give me your address. I'll send you some. You'll love it. It'll be great. You can eat it on camera.
Oh, fun.
It's like you can kick rocks. All right.
If Peter Piper put, I'm not going to do it. We did this the other day, Clifton, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We did 10 twisters.
If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, how many
Green men have won. Kathy.
See? Aliens.
I'm not saying it's aliens, but
it was.
It's
right.
aliens because I'm an alien.
I need to pee. I'm sorry.
Anna, you just needed to say, I'll be right back. The fact that she said I needed to pee. Oh. Somebody clip that. I would, but I'm not mean. I'm not mean. I can't do it. I'm not one of the Legion of Memers. I can't do it.
I may or may not have clipped Brandon, the anime guy, on Saturday. And the reaction from Kitty from Flip City magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Her reaction to him on camera doing the truffle shuffle.
I do look very green. All right. I'm going to reset. I'm just going to reset the lighting, and I'll be right back. So, Clifton, real quick, I'm not going to leave you hanging.
From the entire city of Tangier to a neighborhood to a single street, Calle Imam Muslim. If Martin Bormann's headquarters can be found somewhere in the city, thankfully, our search grid has been significantly narrowed.
Look, well, we have the team in Tangier.
Actually, I can. Kermit the Frog here saying that Andy Pickle can fuck off. And that's with doing a bunch of that salsa, so it's usually better. Again, my voice is a little off because we got spicy mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I can also do Yogi B. Hey boo boo, get the fuck away from my picnic basket. It's not bad. It's not great, but you know. So I can do a little bit of Optimus Prime. That one's a lot harder. I did it earlier when talking about my name is Operation Starship Prime. It's close. It's not great, but I've always been able to do voices. So Anna's back. I'm going to play this real quick and then let you guys discuss, and then I'm going to reset the lighting so I don't look green anymore.
Here, I think we should really run down the team in Argentina.
With the investigation moving forward.
And I have to blow my nose. It activated. Just a.
In Tangier, Bob and John
We have
reviewed the
Americans.
team's findings in Buenos Aires, where a bicycle factory once owned by Fritz Mandl, a suspected Nazi munitions dealer, returned positive results for explosive materials.
The forensic test produced results showing numerous ingredients of various types of explosives, including TNT. That's a heavy discovery because those ingredients aren't necessarily the type that are being used now, but they were during the Second World War.
There's only one way that Mandel could set up a munitions factory in Buenos Aires, and that's with the support of the government. You simply can't do it on your own.
It's interesting that you say that. Something that is quite interesting.
Exactly. Yep.
Go ahead.
I would think they would probably also profit from that.
Fritz Mandel so when he moved from Nazi Germany in 1940, he actually had a lot of support from Perón, who was the ruler of Argentina back in the day. So that makes complete sense.
Yep.
Yeah. That is something that I'm not going to dispute. But now, if they said Martin Bormann went there with support from Perón, I'd be like, nope, sorry, not buying it.
Spoilers.
Martin Bormann definitely went to South America, just for the record. I'm kidding. She's like, I'm going to stab you. Look, I'm not green anymore.
Yeah, you still are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I guess it could just be your face, but
I think you're literally radioactive.
I only have one face. What the fuck do you want me to do with it? No, I kid. Andy says, I hear TNT and I'm humming Akadaka. What?
Isn't that from?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's from somewhere. I can't remember.
Oh, I have no idea. Andy, please explain, because I have no idea.
Akadaka. Yeah, it's from somewhere. Where's it from?
Aussie slang.
I've never heard that. But then again, I was a kid when I left. So maybe.
Oh, for AC/DC?
Oh,
they say really? Okay.
Of course. AC/DC. Yeah.
Because I was going to say, like, yeah.
No. No wonder Australia's not a real place.
Just to
He's
call it
always
human.
alone. It's the greatest place in the world.
It doesn't exist.
And that's why it's the greatest.
I mean, let's be honest. It's a world lie. It doesn't exist. No kangaroos.
The baby ones are so cute. You just want to cuddle them.
I don't think their mother would like that.
No, you have places where you can go and you can cuddle them. Like nature reserves. Yeah.
There are petting zoos all around.
Yeah, they're not zoos though. They're nature reserves. So they're not in a zoo. You can go and have a picnic, and it's in an open area next to a forest or a field, and you can have a picnic like with outdoor barbecue stuff. And if they actually come to you asking you for food, then you can come up to them. It's not like there's an enclosure or anything.
Okay. Germany's not big enough for that.
No, it's really not. It's really not. Tropic Thunder. Ryan, I'm sorry. Dingo ate your baby. That's a true story.
Oh my god, yeah. Robert Downey Jr.
I want to see a man about a wallaby.
That was horrible.
It wasn't horrible.
That was bad. I mean, if Robert Downey Jr. can do an authentic Australian accent, surely you can.
Robert Downey Jr. is an actor. I'm not. He's also one of the best actors of all time because Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. Just saying. Hugh Jackman is Wolverine.
Is this man right here by the name of Jorge Silvio Coloto. Coloto was Juan Perón's aide-de-camp, his right-hand man, the same way Bormann was to Adolf Hitler. What we've uncovered is the last known videotaped interview of Coloto. Coloto also puts the caveat in here that he doesn't want this interview to be disclosed to the public or to anybody else until after he dies. We are the first to delve into this tape.
Hold on. He didn't get a pass. Dude just did it. He's like, I'm the dude disguised as a dude playing another dude. He's like, huh? What do you mean, you people?
No, I agree with Andy. Like, no actor today would do a role like that.
He's gotten a
Fear of-
pass in today's world.
Yeah, for the
at the
fear
time,
of
you just
being canceled, like, there's no way. No.
it's so funny too. It's come up multiple times where people, like a very, very small group of people, are like going, oh, we need to get, we need to cancel Robert Downey Jr. for Tropic Thunder, and everybody unanimously, for the most part, is like, no, kick rocks and get out of my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, still, that's why for FNR that Clue's little thing is Robert Downey Jr. walking around. He's like, oh, what do you mean, you people? He's like, what do you mean, you people? I love that freaking movie. That is almost as good as his portrayal of Tony Stark. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise in that.
Yes. Yeah. God, that's good stuff.
He says that in 1945, after the end of the Second World War, there was a meeting between Juan Perón, the president of Argentina, and Martin Bormann in Buenos Aires.
And this guy isn't just anybody. I mean, he is in Perón's office, a trusted aide. Jorge Coloto is important because all along we have been looking for witnesses. This guy was there, saw the way stuff went down, and this is the closest you're going to get to a human source describing this relationship between Perón and the Nazis.
So let's look at the interview. Let's subject it to some forensic analysis. Let's see if he's telling the truth.
Mm-hmm. I don't.
All right.
I mean, okay, whatever. You know my feelings on Bormann.
Gosh darn it. I'm just trying to fix the camera settings and the thing won't keep playing. Like, are you being so stupid?
Um,
All right.
I have
that's
not.
fair.
I am going to shut up. I'm tired of the kangaroo hugging.
The kangaroo hugging?
Oh, Andy.
Wow. Wow. Well, don't know if I can. I don't think I want to show that. That's rough, bro. Andy getting crazy up in here.
Sarcasm.
I know.
Hmm. Did you inject yourself with some serum or something? Because now you look normal.
No, I just turned the camera on and off. I didn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
And the same way Bormann was to Adolf Hitler. What we've
Bormann.
uncovered is the last known videotaped interview of Coloto. Coloto also puts the caveat in here that he doesn't want this interview to be disclosed to the public or to anybody else until after he dies. We are the first to delve into this tape. He says that in 1945, after the end of the Second World War, there was a meeting between Juan Perón, the president of Argentina, and Martin Bormann in Buenos Aires.
And this guy isn't just anybody. I mean, he is in Perón's office, a trusted aide. Jorge Clota is important because all along we have been looking for witnesses. This guy was there, saw the way stuff went down, and this is the closest you're going to get to a human source describing this relationship between Perón and the Nazis.
So let's look at the interview. Let's subject it to some forensic analysis. Let's see if he's telling the truth.
We're doing so good. I seriously, I want to apologize. This has never been this bad. I don't know what in the Fraggle Rock is going on.
I do, but it's okay. You never listen to me. I always kind of tell you the way to do it so it doesn't fuck up, but you never
You
listen
mean
to me.
Amazon Prime?
Hmm.
I'm not giving Rings of Power money.
There's so many other good things on Prime apart from that shit. Right, Clifton?
I like my Prime delivery.
Yeah, me too.
Bob and John are joined by Alan Hall,
Simps.
state-of-the-art
It's not like they did Fallout pretty good or anything like that. It's like, oh, why would I give them money? No, I had Amazon Prime for the longest time because I love the Prime shipping, and I got to be honest, they actually got pretty good shows, so I'll probably get it again.
Hmm.
I got Peacock first because quite frankly, I
True
like
crime.
You want to see the new
thank you.
documentary?
What new documentary?
The one we talked about on Friday Night Rumble.
Oh yeah. It was more for wrestling.
Okay.
I preferred the the WWE app. I don't like it's weird. Oh, also Peacock has what's it called? The Curse of Oak Island. I like that. That's a good show.
No,
What do you mean no?
it's horrible. Nothing ever happens.
Stuff happens.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
At least like Skinwalker Ranch stuff actually happens, right, Clifton?
Yes, definitely.
Oak Island, nothing ever happens. They never actually get into it. Nothing happens.
I need to watch Skinwalker Ranch. You guys keep talking about it, and I thought it was. I need to. Is that why Clifton keeps talking about UAPs?
Yeah.
The UAP is gone. See, you don't see it anymore.
Yeah.
I know, but you previously talked about it. I don't know.
EVSA technology measures minute changes in a person's vocal cords to discover if they're telling the truth.
Traditionally speaking, an individual that might be lying.
Okay, I want to say this real quick. Voice analysis as as a way of detecting lies is less accurate than an actual polygraph test. And a polygraph test is only about 70% accurate. So you use that to your, of course they can't hook the guy to a polygraph test. So again, just it's less accurate.
Is under stress. The computer voice stress analyzer technology will identify that via the microtremors of the voice. The more stress, the more the microtremors are tight, and they're depicted on the screen as a deceptive pattern.
The polygraph, I've seen people beat it over and over again. Voice stress analysis, not so much.
Let's look at the video.
What do you say to that?
He said quite the opposite of what you just said, Ryan.
So stupid.
Wow, I think this is the first time Ryan actually admits that something in the show is daft.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing. Saying that you can, yes, you can hear stress in someone's voice. You can tell by their body language. It's one of the reasons that that literally a polygraph test is more accurate is because they hook up to, your fingers for your pulse rate, stuff like that. Also if your palms start sweating, when your palms start sweating, because the human body, when it's lying and purposely being deceitful, the body reacts because you're nervous. It's a fight or flight kind of thing. You're nervous that you might be found out. They put a chain around your it's a sensor around your chest, and it measures your breathing. They put a blood pressure cuff on you. It's the worst part in the history of the world because it's inflated for like 2 minutes at a time. So imagine getting a blood pressure test, and the cuff is inflated for 2 minutes. It sucks. Anyway, yeah, it's that is so nonsensical that I hate it. I hate that statement. It's so wrong. I mean, I could literally okay, look at it this way. I'm gonna say, the moon is made of cheese. That's a lie. The moon's not made of cheese.
It's actually hollow.
Yeah, the moon's hollow. Dude, like, it's like, and I could even actually go farther into this, be like going, you know what? 12 years ago, I murdered somebody, and then they never found out.
Okay, no.
Don't
going
clip
back
that,
to-
people.
They're all lies. Every single one of those is a lie. Did my
So,
inflection change? Sorry.
Do you now understand where I was coming from, where I get frustrated when they say blanket statements like this? That is what frustrates me too. Is there some sort of pseudoscience that tries to analyze the way people's tone of voice goes up and down to try and analyze whether they're lying or not? What's that show with Tim Roth? There's
no
a
idea.
show where he's basically like a behavioral guy, and he tries to, his job is understanding people when they talk from their speech, whether they're lying, bullshitting him or not. I mean, that's something that poker players do, not just with like body language, but also speech and how they talk. So there is something to it. But as a tool for 100% gathering evidence, no. So to say it's better than a polygraph or it's in the same tier for me. I'm sorry.
Andy says, Ryan, isn't there a better test called the PSE where you have leads all over your upper body? It's a polygraph test. Wait, is there a joke in there? Did I miss a joke? Why are you laughing?
Because I'm having fun.
That's fine. Did I miss a joke though? Because that's what a polygraph test is.
Hey, look, I'm undercover. You're doing your weird shit in the cisterns and the holes, both of you.
No, Andy says no joke meant. No, I have not heard of a test called PSE. So voice analysis is something that it analyzes stress patterns in your voice. Now, look, given that this is a video, there's going to be inconsistencies in the audio because it's from what 1960 something or whatever, wherever the hell it is. But when you're hooked up to an actual polygraph test, again, you can fool them. There are ways to do it. No, I'm not going to tell you how. And you shouldn't, by the way. If you're hooked up to a polygraph test, just tell the truth.
Don't
But no,
ever.
so you have an upper receiver that literally is around your chest, right below your pecs for men, or your breast for women. So you have you have a heart rate monitor, like you would in the hospital on this one. You also have a pad on your hand too that actually measures maybe any moisture happening that is more than the normal, because it takes place in an air conditioned room, so your body shouldn't be sweating. If you start to have perspiration or anything like that on your hand, um,
It
also at the
sounds like
same
me
time,
at a job interview.
well, yeah, because it is an interview of such. It's meant to be very uncomfortable. They're meant to. So they start with baseline questions like going, "Is your name Ryan?" This, yes. Are you 38 years old? Yes. Um, were you born in so and such area? Well, I don't care. Phoenix, Arizona. Yes. They do a baseline to get your, and then they start going into harder questions. Have you ever committed a felony? No. Have you ever been convicted of a misdemeanor? No. Have you ever been convicted of domestic violence? No. Um, have you? And this is one they asked for people who go into law enforcement. Have you ever had unlawful sexual contact with another person? No. And so the thing is that they go through and it's all 2 minute increments. It's not meant to go for like 4 or 5, 6 minutes. That's just nonsensical. Again, you have a blood pressure cuff on, so it's very uncomfortable. It's meant to be. It's meant to throw you off.
Mhm.
If there is a slight anomaly, what they would call inconclusive, let's say hypothetically, have you ever committed a misdemeanor, and you have like a little bit of a like, "Bloop," um, they're like, okay, there are an additional set of like, anywhere from 3 to 4 questions that they'll ask you on that statement to try to
Mhm.
probe further and see how you react. So that's just the way I need to stop saying but yeah, that's kind of how they do that. Andy, I feel that we could develop tests where we hook up a monitor and see the memories. I think
That's that's like Black Mirror. I don't know
yeah,
if you.
that's like Neuralink, and
Oh,
no, I don't think
yeah,
I want a
like
computer in my damn brain.
Black Mirror has a whole episode with where people in the future basically have like a thing which records everything they do, even though it's under like privacy regulations, but you can hack it. And like if a husband wants to know if his wife cheated, he just needs access to that to see like everything that she's basically been doing. And yeah, that's like a really dangerous thing, I think.
I would
Yeah,
agree.
it's
That
very dangerous. I mean, a lot of people get upset. Like, I don't want anyone reading my emails, right? I have nothing to hide. Still none of anyone's business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having memories taken directly out of my brain, which guess what? I have something called an imagination. How do could they
How do
hold
you
like
differentiate? Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
It's one of those things that it doesn't need to progress to that direction, because you know I don't know, it's just dangerous. It's very
Well,
dangerous.
I think going back to the episode and what they're talking about voice analysis, like I was saying, I think it's a good tool to use to understand for investigators how to proceed forward, not as
Yes.
evidence, but for something that might give you a clue that something might be off.
Reasonable suspicion.
And you don't need a tool. You can, if you have been, if you've studied it and been enough people in your normal day life, or even, watching interrogations, you will see patterns where people are repeating the same thing, completely different people from other parts of the world, and you catch on to something and you're like, well, their voice is going a little bit too high pitched in this situation where this question is being asked. Again, it's a way for an interrogator or for somebody, a detective or someone on the trailer of something, to understand what the next step is going to be. It's not an actual like conviction or this is evidence.
Admission of guilt.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anna. That was the best way to put that.
Llegó a la Argentina no con un pasaporte a nombre de él. Un pasaporte que se le mandó con un nombre
Said, okay, it was a passport he was given with a false name.
falso. Tuvo una
He had a very private conversation with Perón. Again, we're talking about Anna's favorite
Argentina's
person.
leader. No,
Mhm.
Perón. Not Bormann. Perón.
Yeah,
Argentina's
we're talking about Perón, talking about Bormann.
Yeah. No.
We know we are.
conversación muy privada con Perón. Fue muy secreta la
The meeting was very secret.
Cuando se fue,
And when Bormann
una
left,
persona me dijo
I was told
que Bormann.
that was Bormann.
No, sí, no.
Says no. Yes, and he said no.
Failed to mention Martin Bormann. Why is that?
Porque consideré una lealtad.
Because this is Perón's aide. Sorry, my bad. Because of my loyalty to General Perón.
Hacia Perón.
Yeah, I don't believe
Also-
it's No.
Also, well, why would he lie about that in his?
Because
he looks like
he's a
90.
Nazi collaborator. They all lied, Brian. They're not credible people.
I mean, I was basically going to wait until Bob Bear says what he's going to say here in a moment. But I mean, honestly, I think he believes the story himself. This guy that's being interviewed, I think he believes it, but he was told. He didn't know. Like, there's no evidence.
He was told.
Here.
No, but you guys are giving him excuses. He's a Nazi collaborator who literally got away, was interviewed. He's being given attention. All of my behavioral, psychological, pathological things that I've learned are coming into play right now, and he is literally being given attention. He wants to be relevant, therefore he's saying shit. That's what psychopaths and sociopaths do. He probably never even was collaborating with them, and he's just saying it.
But
to be
why
relevant.
why would he want the relevancy after his death?
Because that's what a lot of those people did.
Legacy is a thing, and no, Anna's not wrong about psychopaths are a different breed. Sociopaths are the ones that want the attention. They do things because most of the time their life sucks, and they're like, "Oh, feel bad for me." So I do these things to act out to gain attention for myself. Psychopaths are another breed. They just kind of kill or do things to do
Okay,
things.
for me, it doesn't make sense why he would want to be interviewed. That just doesn't. If he was so loyal and he was so close, why are you doing this interview? That to me is
It's a great
already
question.
a sign of you were not loyal. You probably are exaggerating the fact that you were that close, and you are, at the end of your life, you probably support that ideology and you want to be relevant or something. Now, there's a really famous Dutch lady who is now gone, but she was one of the wives of like a really high, I don't remember his name, high up SS guy. And she used to go in the 90s and 2000s on talk shows in the Netherlands, literally saying to this day, she supports Nazi Germany. but you could see that she was doing it because she really believed it, and she was all over the place. And that kind of like baseline of her really, having the history where you can see the photos where she started as a young girl when she joined the party, met her husband. With this guy, we don't know anything. He just shows up and he's like, yeah, I'm going to do an interview. And I'm like, what, 90 something years old? No, it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't believe him. I think he's just doing it for kind of like upping his importance, even though he was never important.
After the fact.
Yeah,
because
yeah. No, I'm not arguing that. I just, if it was true, it's still nothing really, because yeah, he didn't know himself. He was told.
He was told.
And who knows if he was told the truth.
Exactly. Yeah. So again, this is all hearsay.
Listen to Bob Bear here in a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also consider that a traitor should be shot in the back. Oh, lovely. And again, I will show this picture. Dude is old as dirt.
What we'll do now is grab the audio off of the bottom and, using the software, capture those voice patterns and put them on the screen.
Also, at the same time, I do want to allude to this. I don't like a voice analysis. It is not my favorite. It is flawed. Again, this, knowing what we know today, 2024, this was 2016, 8 years ago. They thought voice analysis was probably much more spot on than it was. Now we know in today's world that it is not. And again, most law enforcement departments still use polygraph tests, not voice analysis, because the polygraph test has been proven for decades upon decades upon decades, to be more accurate. So with that being said, this guy died before any of this. So if he's conflating things, he's not gonna have the premonition of voice analysis or anything like that. He's going to lie boldly. He's going to lie outright. He's not going to care if he's lying, and he's just going to be taken at somewhat face value given the interview. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Doesn't mean he's telling the truth. So again, I do agree.
The relevant question was, did Perón actually have a meeting with the Nazi Martin Bormann? So, based on these patterns, the results of the audio are truthful.
It doesn't state when Perón had a meeting with Martin Bormann, right? It's just this statement, Perón had a meeting with Martin Bormann, is a true statement. They didn't ask, did he have a meeting with Martin Bormann on, such date, 1947. So yeah, I don't want to do that. It's somebody who believes in ghosts. No thanks. No seance for me. I need a mustache man hate over here.
You take this to the bank.
The results are the results.
This is huge. We've got munitions. We've got thousands and thousands of Nazi war criminals living in Argentina. And now we've got government support. We have Bormann meeting with the president of Argentina. And you have this talk of a Fourth Reich. All of the evidence is pointing to that there was a plan afoot to establish the Fourth Reich and to base it in Argentina.
Stronger and stronger.
The deeper we get into a Fourth Reich in Argentina, the more I'm convinced
that there was a plan. They're not saying definitively that there was a Fourth Reich in Argentina. So
the Khayyim Imam Muslim. So we narrowed it down to here.
In Tangier, Morocco, James Holland and Mike Simpson head for the street known as Calle Imam Muslim, which could be the location.
Those darn Muslims. I mean, I kid. It's a joke. It also, it's not spelled the same way. It's buffering. You piece of garbage.
Of Martin Bormann's headquarters to plan a Nazi Fourth Reich, as reported by a declassified MI6 file.
If Bormann's going to set up a headquarters, he wants security and communications. You want to keep those leaders safe. Through our intelligence sources, we've been able to narrow the location of Martin Bormann's headquarters from the entire city.
So how's everybody doing? Everybody having a great day?
Perfect. Today's actually a holiday.
Is it? What holiday?
What's it called in English? Pentecost?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm not Pentecostal, so I didn't know that. Wow, that's not cool. Andy Pickle, Ryan must have logged into Sam's shitternet. Well, we live in a very close geographical region. I could probably go visit him in the neighborhood of like 6 hours. Yeah, really did that when I was 13. Andy haunted for life. What? There's a story there.
Yeah, I mean, not gonna take up much time, but I used to be into a lot of, I'm the witch of the woods, so a lot of like teenage witchy stuff. So we did the Ouija board. I think I told you about this, Clifton, where we tried to do a seance getting Hitler.
Yep.
Yeah, some stuff no, people are gonna think I'm crazy, but some things happen.
No, I don't think you're crazy because when you fuck with a Ouija board, you fuck with.
No, come on. This is kids playing with a game that's sold in every like Toys R Us. Yes.
I've seen so many things from the Discovery Channel about hauntings that no. What? It's not the History Channel, it's the Discovery Channel.
That makes it better. No, it was silly. I don't know what it was, but something happened and we all ran out screaming. So I have no problem with it. I could do it right now if I wanted to, even though it's not here. It's at my parents' house.
Please don't.
Don't do Ouija boards. I will if I want to, but I don't want to.
Wait, but so what's the tail end of this haunted for life now?
I mean, it was scary what happened.
So you're not actually being haunted for life. There's not something following you around, like, moving stuff.
I mean, it kind of is. Like the Holocaust, World War II, Mustache Man trying to find him, not being able to.
I feel like there's more of a story here that you're not telling. I've had stuff happen to me. I'm just going to say that. I've been in some very haunted locations. When I was stationed in Germany, I mean, our barracks, again, I've said this, it was the old Nazi SS barracks. So, I don't know.
And finally to a street. The next step is for me to get up on the high ground, and I want to see what I can see in the neighborhood. Hello. See this white structure right there, just to the right of it? Does that look like an antenna to you?
An old one of that.
That's not a TV antenna. That's not a hobby radio operator antenna. That looks military grade.
Think that's it?
It's definitely number one on our priority list right now to check out. Going into this street to actually conduct a ground reconnaissance, something that's just a little bit out of place, anything that's just a little bit different, all these little clues are what I have been trained to look for. Oh, look at this. It connects right to the house.
Look how thick that concrete is.
That is kind
That's
of cool.
ridiculously thick.
Yeah.
See,
Dude, that's a fucking tower
Mhm.
Yep.
in Argentina.
Yep.
And
Like-
definitely does look German.
Oh, it looks very German. God, you guys, look, not you guys in that sense, but like, God, they couldn't hide it's almost like they were trying to hide it, but at the same time, they were flaunting a little bit. They're like going, "Hey, look at us!" Like, also at the same time, at that time, it'd be terrifying because you didn't mess with them ever.
That's like a defensive position, it really is.
Yup.
Two things that Borman would have to have for a headquarters: security, communications. Both of them are right there. It's
a
literally like they built
giant
it to
communication
withstand
tower.
an attack.
You know, this place has got it.
Damn it, Andy. Andy says, "Thanks for tuning into WNZI Radio. All right, all the time." I had the last part. No.
Tower. And
You guys
it's
are
just
done.
such an
Like
oddity.
it's been
It's
3 hours. Shut
so
up.
incongruous compared with all the other buildings on that street. All the kind of construct, the way it was put together, absolutely reminded me of a German bunker.
They approached the front gate, hoping to gain entry into the home.
And this again, I'm like, this is 3 dudes and 1 woman. Like I
Sounds so wrong.
yeah, that does sound wrong, yes, but
I don't. I got to be honest. I don't think I watched this episode of Hunting Hitler. Which one did you watch with 3 dudes and 1 woman?
well, I must have downloaded the wrong one. No, but
Good Lord.
this woman, she opens up the gate and like, no, I don't want to let you in. And honestly, it's like 3 guys out there at the gate wanting to get into the house. All right, I'm gonna stop.
Jeez, Clifton. You need to find a new website to stream this from.
Hola.
Hola.
¿Hablas
Hola.
español?
Sí.
Estábamos viendo por aquí, nos ha interesado la forma de la casa, la arquitectura. ¿Te importaría si entramos un momento a echar un vistazo?
Would you mind if we came in for a moment and to take a look at the space?
Yeah, I understand where Clifton is coming from. If 3 guys showed up at my property and were like, "Do you mind if we came in?" and like I knew it was like a historical thing, whatever, I'd be like, "No." Like, email me what you want, what you're after. Don't. But again, I think they did that. Like the producers are not that dumb.
No, yeah, they probably they would
So-
have to contact before the fact.
So the woman saying no is just for dramatic purposes.
I don't know. Maybe she was like, "Whoa, there's too many of you. I thought it was just gonna be one guy. Thought it was gonna be Tim Kennedy. Yeah, sure, let him in."
Really?
They're not 3 random dudes.
Andy says, "But I don't have any cash. However, shall I pay for the pizza? Would you guys like to come in?"
No, that's bad.
Yeah, but it's a
I'm done.
Anna.
I'm sorry.
Anna's like, "It's over. I'm done." Damn Germans, you and your weird sex dungeons. Aren't you guys the ones that created BDSM, the Germans?
That I do not know.
I don't either. We're not going to go into that. We're done. Nope, stop it. Nope. Just this.
Just so you know.
We're really sorry, but just for a minute.
Dice que sienten mucho la
Oh, everybody's leaving?
tal, pero solo sería un minuto.
Me too.
Puedo dejaros, pero muy poquito tiempo.
Gracias, muy amable.
Oh shit, I missed that.
What year did you move in here?
1989.
You don't have any
1989.
idea who the original owner was.
Él era alemán.
It was
Un
German.
alemán.
Sí. Y fue el alemán el que hizo la torre.
And it was the German who built the tower.
The German built the tower?
Sí.
This German not only built the tower, but also in the bathroom, in the basement, like exits and ways, passengers, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Él era alemán, dueño vendió muy rápido.
The German older sold it very
he
fast.
left very quick and very fast, so he sold it to someone else.
Siempre he pensado que le estaban buscando.
Is there any chance we could have a look in the house as well?
Pero pueden echar un ojo por la casa, sería posible.
Ya que estáis aquí.
Oh, that.
She says you're already here. Maybe you should see the bedroom too. No, she didn't say that. She said you're already here. What? Oh crap! I didn't realize I was still off camera. I'm not going to delay too much longer. I need to let the dirty joke die. All right, so they're looking at the house.
Si lo pones arriba, lo subes. Desde aquí puedes pasar a esa habitación.
If you push this, you go up. From there, you can go from this room to there.
Brian, it has the subtitles.
Well, yeah, but if I show it though, it'll get taken down. Damn it with the camera. Yeah, if I show too much, it'll get taken down.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the History Channel's pretty loose on being grumpy, but it's still a problem. And it just reset like a piece of not, but we only literally have like
Right, Andy? That is so true.
No. Which part?
Only the guilty assume as of their innocence.
Mm.
No?
I'm
No.
totally innocent. No idea. You can ask my mom. She'll tell you I'm completely innocent.
Yeah.
Nobody's innocent.
Ok, aquí sales. Por ahí.
Oh my goodness me. There's so much space up here. You could definitely hide up here. You can get up into the loft and then you can go out a different route. It's got a number of little ways in and out. Feels like a house with secrets, I have to say.
Oh, and it gets even better. I mean, this is like a fortification here, what I'm looking at. Somebody put a lot of thought into this. This is really impressive. So the ocean's right that way. All this is new. None of these houses were here. None of these buildings were here. So these were just two.
Ryan,
What?
why?
I don't know. I don't have an answer. This is the most problems we've had ever on this
I
show.
do apologize, everybody watching. So sorry. It's the bad connection between the cisterns in the basement in Argentina and my hotel room. Wait, I need to be in the hotel room now.
Random person in a
Mountainsides, and you can see right between the two of them into the open ocean right there. A U-boat can surface right out there just off the coast, and I put this antenna up high enough I can go all the way out to where they are. This has all the markings of a military command center. Martin Bormann can control his finances. He can control personnel, arms, ammunition, supply lines, all from right here. If the Nazis had a headquarters for the Fourth Reich, it's here.
Next time on Hunting Hitler.
The stream buffers. No. Come on, that's funny. Anna's not laughing. Yeah, so we don't really need to do next time on Hunting Hitler. It's not. We're going to be here for next time. So with that being said, I don't know why both sites were acting like, usually if one site is not working well, the other one does fine. This was a clown show. But it probably wasn't as yeah, if it's that bad next time, I'm just gonna do the whole Amazon Prime thing. That being said, Mr. Clifton 3D, what you got going on?
Let me think. Tomorrow, Insert Culture, 5 p.m. Central, and midnight in Germany. Anna's going to be there. Ronan 66, Brandon the anime guy. It'll be fun. And then again on Friday night to Rumble, and back here.
Nice. Andy says real quick. So Borman made his escape by ziplining off the antenna tower.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anna definitely agrees with that. She's a huge
I don't
fan
know
of
why
it.
I'm putting on like a weird American accent.
I don't know. Why are you?
I don't know.
What was that, Ryan?
I don't know. There, cowpokes. So random person in a hotel. Thank you for being
Yes, I have finally made it to my room. They cleaned it up for me. Now I can do my espionage in private. This is actually the actual hotel, the part of the kind of like garden that you can access to go into the cisterns under the pool to go then down the hole to a U-boat
Just
and
for the record, there's
escape
2 holes.
Okay, you got to choose one of them. You got to flip a coin. Which one? But yes, this was a really interesting episode. I had a lot of fun. Thank you, Ryan, for eating your California Reaper and habanero and all the other stuff, salsa. And Clifton also, thank you for the kink. Loved it. And for your UAPs, what a weird stream. But I'm back with UAP Clifton tomorrow for Insert Culture, which we will be doing. And then I'll be joining Ryan and JV for House of the Dragon, episode 8. One of the best, I think, also, in my opinion. And then we'll see what happens. I have an idea, like going and reviewing some of the best video game adaptations based on trailers, but also we'll see stuff. But thank you, chat. You were wonderful, Kathy, Andy, CLS, everyone, Jace. Spicy Bob.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, good stuff. Also, hashtag there's only one Mortal Kombat movie, just for the record. That being said, tomorrow night is going to be House of the Dragon, season 1, episode number 8, and it is by far, in my opinion, the best episode of the whole entire series. Probably the best episode of even Game of Thrones too. It's just so good, and it comes down to one man walking across the room. If you know, you know. If not, watch this because we're gonna be reviewing. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna try to get a few videos done after this. I've been trying to be more active on all channels. So I dropped a video for Legion Wire, Legion Teaches History, Legion Games, and even Legion Talk yesterday. So we're gonna be doing more of that today. And thank you so much, everybody, for being here. You guys are the best, seriously. And we'll see you guys again next time because we're just that much closer to probably not finding Mustache Man. We'll see you guys.
Take care.